Good morning, everybody. Monica, Lael, Mike, Shane, Electron, David. Welcome to the stream, guys. Hope everyone is doing well this Tuesday morning. Richard, good afternoon. Leo, what happened at the Eagles-Chiefs game? I mean, it was a close game. Listen, it was rainy and crappy the entire time. I feel like when there's rain involved in a game, it's like there's more RNG. And, I don't know, I mean, Mahomes kind of played like crap, but... What are you gonna... It's probably hard to throw a football when the football is wet, and the field is wet, and you are wet, and your clothes are wet, and your helmet's wet. It's probably just hard to, like, function. So kudos to them for being able to go out there and play for 4 hours in what had to be like cold, miserable conditions. But yeah, I don't know. Like half of football is RNG anyway. It's like what penalties are the refs going to call? You know, who's going to drop the ball? What's going to happen on the snap? Like half of all football is basically RNG. That's part of what makes it entertaining to watch. It was an okay game. I would have rather have seen the game during like normal weather with normal field conditions. Probably would have been a lot better of a game. We're not going to do too much fishing today. I have to make my way up to South Shore, so we have a little bit of a run. We're going to have to make our way through Arathi Highlands. But I want to do some questing up in South Shore today. Yeah, I mean, the good thing was that it wasn't a blowout, you know. It was a relatively close game. It was relatively close. I don't know. Yeah, it was a little... Overall, it was a little bit disappointing. Where do I level up fishing past 225? Is there a trainer I have to find or a book I have to buy? I'm getting pretty close to getting to that point. And I've never gotten fishing this high before, so I have no idea where I need to go or what I need to do to level it up any further than that. Yeah, I've been okay. Everybody here is getting sick. My son has been sick. I'm getting sick. We're all getting a little cold, just in time for Thanksgiving. Luckily, we don't go anywhere for Thanksgiving, so we will be staying home. But yeah, we've all got like some kind of cold or flu or whatever. Typical winter stuff. I'm trying not to feel like especially miserable today. He's okay. Like, I think he's got his double ear infection, but he wasn't complaining about any pain, and he wanted to go to school today, so he went to school today. I think that, like, my wife and I are probably more miserable than he is. Because now we're getting, like, the chest congestion and, like, the face congestion part of, like, that part he already kind of went through and, like, has been trying to get over. And we're now just getting into that. So, yeah. He's on antibiotics, so pretty soon he'll be feeling great. And the rest of us will be wallowing. But yeah, I'm okay. I have felt worse. I'll say that. I was able to get a small workout, and if I can get a workout in, I typically can get through my day okay. Yeah, well, when you're a parent, you spend half of your life feeling ill anyway. Even if you're not suffering from actual sickness. Whether it's lack of sleep, or lack of time, or lack of wellness. Yeah, I found that as a parent, you spend about 50% of your time just kind of not feeling your best. So, I'm used to it. It's fine. Alright, I think I want to get on the road here. We have to get all the way into South Shore today, so I want to do that. Let's get our weapons back on. Inventory is okay. Obviously, it could be a little bit better. I don't really have anything I want to cook. Nothing is really worth it right now. Parenting sounds too hard. It's like, yeah, I mean, it can be as hard or as easy as you want it to be, I suppose. I don't know if, like, yeah, it's hard. There, don't be a parent, yeah. If you can get out of it, just don't. The world has a lot of kids already. And the world has a lot of tired parents already, so... It's not something that I would ever advise anybody do. If anybody came to me and they're like, "Hey, should I have a kid?" I'd say no. Well, I'd say, is having a kid the only thing that you have ever wanted in your life? And if having a kid is the only thing that you've ever wanted, if it's been your one dream to become a parent, then I would say yes. But if you have a different answer, if it's not the only thing you ever wanted, if you want other things, then I would say no, absolutely don't do it. But most people don't tell you shit like that. Usually when you talk to people about that kind of thing, they try to be like really optimistic about it, you know. And no one really wants to like put it on the level for people. Fishing trainer in Dustwallow? Oh yeah, Nat Pagel. That's right. Yeah, I remember old Nat Pagel. they'll be like, yeah, parenting has its challenges, but it's totally worth it. And like for a lot of people, that's probably true. But I think that the fair answer is just to tell people no. Mainly because like the world already has too many humans on it anyway. Like, what do they have to look forward to? Not flying cars. They don't have flying cars to look forward to, so what's the point? Why bring someone into this world if they can't even look forward to having flying cars? So delicious. That's funny. I won't repeat it because it might be taken the wrong way, but it's funny. Yeah, the planet's gonna melt anyway. Yeah, don't have any kids. The planet's gonna melt. You know, the planet's melting. And there's no ozone anymore, so we're all gonna die of cancer. They just don't want us to know that there's no ozone protecting us anymore. And you know, I mean, look at the cesspit of politics, and like, yeah, don't. There's no reason to. You want a kid? Go adopt a kid. There's so many kids already on the planet. You should have to pass, like, if you really want to have a kid, you should have to pass a battery of physical and mental tests. You should have to pass a battery of physical and mental tests to determine A, if you actually want to have a kid, B, if you're actually fit to do it. But that's not how life is. You know, you have to fill out a bunch of paperwork to adopt a kitty cat, and if you work too much, they won't let you adopt a cat. But when you go to have a kid, no one gives a shit. It's your God-given right. Pop out as many as you want. Who cares? And my kid will be the next big streamer. I doubt it. I hope he gets a real job. I've advised him that the only way his life is going to be enjoyable in any way is if he stays in school. You know, I've told him, like, go to school, go to college, and then teach, and then never leave the microcosm of academia. And only by living within that microcosm that is school will life ever be good. That's kind of what I'm training my kid. That's what we talk about when we talk about school. How, like, the only the only way to have a decent life is you just stay in school. You go to school for a long ass time, and then you become part of the faculty, and then you just, like, you live your life in a microcosm where you don't have to worry so much about other shit. And then if you want to stream or something, you do that in your spare time. No, I'm never gonna steer my kid towards doing what I do. Keep in mind, like, I'm almost 40 years old, and I've only been doing this for the past 6 years. So, yeah. Yeah, see, Matt, when you went to foster, that took a lot of paperwork and testing. Yeah, it should take just as much to pop out your own kid. Like, I don't understand. It's like, oh, you want someone else's kid, then you gotta go through a battery of tests. You want to adopt an animal, you gotta go through a battery of tests. You want to have your own kid, fucking go at it. How many do you want to have? 5, 6, 12? Who cares? How are you gonna take care of them? Nobody gives a shit. Government doesn't care. Nobody cares. But yeah, you want someone else's kid? Well, then, gee, we got a lot of paperwork for you to fill out. Hope you got an 800 credit score. Because if you don't, you're not getting this kid. You guys can see, like, I'm in a very optimistic mood today. Yeah, I consider myself an unfit parent. I would go back in time and slap the shit out of myself if I could. Or at least, like, wise up years before I have. And I waited to have a kid. You know, we didn't have... I think I was 30. I was 31 when we had James. My parents had me when they were 20. Like, I waited a long time and I'm still not fit to have a kid. I mean, just look at my attitude. It's bad. I got a bad attitude. You can't have a bad attitude and have a kid. Because then what do you think you end up with? You end up with a kid with a bad attitude. And everybody knows why. When your kid's at school with a bad attitude, they know exactly why your kid has a bad attitude. It's not a mystery, you know. We could do Northfold Manor really quick. That's a low level one. Pretty sure that's like all we can do here right now. Yeah, let's go do that for giggles. Am I feeling salty today? I'm a little bit under the weather today, but yeah, overall I'm like pretty salty about the state of existence. But that's typical. The only difference is like how much I can control myself from talking about how salty I am about existence. Like I always feel basically the same level of salt. Yeah, no one wants logical and realistic. They want optimistic and happy. And I've never been a very optimistic and happy person. And when you're not an optimistic and happy person, well, your kid's not going to be really optimistic. Which is bad. Kids should be optimistic and happy. But yeah, I'm a pessimistic realist. And I don't have an overabundance of patience for nonsense, like from humans or from anybody. So, yeah. I need more coffee. I need more coffee too. Austin, good morning. Welcome to the stream. Johnny, the messed up thing is my kid is 8 and he already treats me like that. And the crappy part is a lot of times he is right. I was trying to convince him to do some like extra homework the other night on his computer. They have these computer programs where like every week they need to do so many hours of like basically the computer programs teach the kids, okay? So they have so many hours a week they're supposed to do, and over the weekend I was trying to convince him to do a little bit of work over the weekend to count towards the week. And he's telling me, no, I can't do that. I can't do the work now. It doesn't start counting it until Monday. And I thought, that's really stupid. Why would they not let you do work over the weekend? They send you home with your laptop every weekend. Let's just do some work. He threw a fit. He threw a fit. And the reason he threw a fit was because he was fucking right. My wife reached out to the teacher and she was like, hey, can they do some of this work over the weekend? And she was like, nah. Doesn't start counting till Monday. So yeah, my kid already thinks I don't know anything about anything. There's no reason to respect me at all because I'm just some old buffoon, and and like most of the time he's not wrong. He's not wrong. So yeah. I wish he had waited till he was 16 to like, you know, treat me like crap and call me out on everything I ever said, to never believe me at all. Like, but no, he didn't wait. He started doing it at 8 years old. So I'm hoping by the time he's 16 he'll learn how to pretend to be respectful. Like, and that's probably like as much as I can hope for. Yeah, Lael, hindsight's always 20/20. Yes, exactly. Get in there and get him. Get him. There we go. My pet is not happy, and rightfully so. That's why we have. That's why we love the escape of video games and the gym. Yeah. Like, I mean, I'm just all this pure escapism, obviously. When I'm here playing a video game, I don't have to think about how shitty of a parent I am. I just get to like do what I'm doing, you know. How many raptors? How many raptors can we pull? All of the raptors is the answer. JP, he doesn't respect me because I haven't instilled respect. Right, exactly. Yeah, or as my dad put it, I haven't given him his medicine, right? Yeah, when he's right and I'm wrong, it's hard to teach him to respect me. It's like, well, I could have been right about this thing, but I wasn't. Do I run from this guy? I think I do. I like this other asshole who's here, who like he got one guy, he could have helped me finish this guy, but he's like, nah, dude's low on health, probably gonna die, I'm out. And he took off. And rightfully so, he should leave me to die. That's what I would do. Alright, let's res our pet. Mike, your 13-year-old daughter has a smart mouth. Yeah, my kid does too. He's 8. That's what I mean. It's like, yeah, like he talks to me how I started to talk when I was a teenager. You know, except like the difference is that if I mouthed off to one of my parents, there were usually physical repercussions. You know, there were physical repercussions to mouthing off. Regardless of whether or not I was right or wrong. What I learned really early on is like, especially when you're right, as a kid when you're right, that's the time to keep your mouth shut. Because as a kid, it's okay to be wrong, but if you're going to be very vocal and be a smartass and then you end up being correct, well, yeah, well, that's gonna have consequences. But like, obviously, like I operate a little bit differently, and therefore, like, my kid just kind of walks all over me for the most part. Because I haven't instilled him with the respect, as JP Turner put it. I know I'm going to keep running into more guys in stealth out here. I don't know. Let's lead him back to the tank. Our pet's going to leave us right now, like probably at a pivotal moment. I'm pretty sure he's just going to abandon. He already can't taunt worth a shit, so... At this point, I'm ready to part ways with him. Let's go train something else. Go on, get in there and get him. Oh, you're on passive, that's why you suck today. John, there's a monument in Georgia that talks about rebuilding society with a lot less people. Yeah, like, I think, like, 12 people is the good number of people. There's 6 billion less people. And then maybe we can sort shit out, you know? This pet's dead today. He is unhappy. He is not, he looks how I feel, yeah. He's not happy. I can't res him. I don't have any mana, so... There's that. Grab a die. I'm gonna abandon this one, just grab another one. It is one of these days, yeah. It's one of these days. I'm gonna shut up for a while and just play the game and see how that goes. John, that sounds good to me, man. Yeah, humanity should be maintained at under 500 million. Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah, we done fucked up. Maybe one day we'll get a reroll, you know? We invested all of our world talent points into iPhones, and we didn't put the talent points into flying cars, or green energy, or anything. We're like, hey, you know what would be really cool? If we just destroy the planet to have a bunch of awesome fucking technology that entertains us while the planet melts. And that's exactly what we did. we got a lot of awesome distractions, and so as the planet melts around us and like sheds us into space eventually, ejects us into the vacuum, like we'll be really entertained. And we'll be very engaged about what's happening on social media. Falcon knows what kind of mood I'm in and he wants to play off of it. How do I feel about all the streamers bandwagoning on the WoW hardcore currently? Part of it makes me laugh, Falcon, like people like Co, because they're getting into it so late. And the other part, like basically what I say is like, fuck them. Let them do what they want, you know? I don't really care at this point. I feel really bad for like people on Twitch. I feel bad for the small people on Twitch who have been streaming Classic since it came out. But you know, they have small channels. And then someone like Co-Carnage, who like swore he would never play WoW, like comes along and starts streaming hardcore. I feel bad for the small people on Twitch. Because obviously, like, what you're either gonna watch Joe Blow or you're gonna watch Co-Carnage, you're gonna watch Co-Carnage. It just makes me happy that I'm not on Twitch. Yeah, it's a rainy, cold, crappy Tuesday here. On a holiday week. You know, so it's one of those days. Keep telling us how much you don't care. I don't care. Yeah. Let them do what they want. It doesn't seem to affect me. Like, my channel is gonna be small regardless of what like Co-Carnage does. You know, that's just a fact. I do think it's funny. I'm never feeding him again, Alex. I refuse. We're having a fantastic kind of discussion today. Yeah, today's the kind of day that I should have just recorded stuff, you know. I get into the habit of like streaming every single day. And so unfortunately for you guys, what happens is sometimes I get on the stream and I'm not in a great mood. And if I was trying to be more judicious about like when I stream, I would probably only stream when I was in a good mood. If I cared about my metrics at all, if I cared about because like YouTube has what's called speech analytics, and anybody who's worked in corporate or in a call center, like you know a little bit of what speech analytics does. But the long and short of it is it measures your tone. So like if you sound happy and positive and like things are good and you're using positive, affirming words, then the algorithm will push your stuff to more people. If you sound like this, like you just can't get your shit together and you wish you had never woken up today, if you sound like that, it's going to push your content to less people. And so, like, I know that when I'm in a bad mood, I probably should just record stuff, and I should probably stay off the stream. But I get into the habit of streaming every day and hanging out with you guys. And so, like, I tend to do that even on days when I ought to not. And if I really, really cared about my metrics, I would either A, pretend to be really happy when I'm not happy, or B, I just wouldn't stream. If I was trying to be a businessman about it, you know. Yeah, it's testing sentiment, David. Yeah, absolutely. I have definitely, like, listen, I can watch the numbers in real time. When things are exciting, and I'm excited and happy about stuff that's going on in the game, the numbers go up. When I'm having positive conversations about things that I really, really love, the numbers go up. The stream gets pushed to more people see it, more people click it. And when we're having dour conversations about social inequality, or how no one should have kids, or how the population should be limited at 500 million people, nobody finds the stream, nobody sees it. Unless you already have alerts on. And even sometimes when you have alerts on, it doesn't alert all you guys. A lot of times it's like, nah, not gonna show you the stream today. I mean, it makes perfect sense, though. It makes absolutely perfect sense. You know, they want, like, certain kinds of content to be pushed to people. So, yeah, it's all monitored and controlled, etc. It could be worse. I could be forced to play retail right now. I've been having fun in retail. I played retail earlier today before the servers went down, Shadow. Yeah, I've been leveling up a Night Elf Druid. And I've been having a lot of fun. Maybe I should have streamed retail. And then no one would be here to hear my my rants, my negative rants. What am I doing here exactly? I'm looking for mercenaries, and yet I haven't found any. So that's cool. Maybe one day it'll spawn some of them in. You've been enjoying the Pandaria run, David? Yeah, me too. The thing I realized today, though, is that we're not going to get to see, like, all of Pandaria. I think I'm going to have to take multiple characters through and just, like, purposely go into the zones that we're not going to make it to. Because we're probably going to finish, like, 3 of the zones. And then it's going to force us into Dragonflight content instead of letting me stay in Pandaria. So I think eventually I'll take another character there. And I'll just arbitrarily, like, ignore the main story, and I'll fly into, like, some of the zones that we haven't seen, because I don't remember any of the Pandarian leveling zones. And I'd love to see them again for the first time. But yeah, we're only going to get to see, like, 3 of them at this rate. Which is sad. I'm in combat with somebody. Oh, here we go. There's a mercenary. Well, Alex, I'm glad you got to come to the stream, and I'm sure the stream is putting you in a much better mood. I'm sure you're just overjoyed to be here. What I'm really wondering is, like, all the people who have started playing hardcore, people like Co-Carnage, like, are they also going to jump onto the new season? Are they gonna jump on the new season and just, like, ride the WoW paycheck to, like, more and more millions of dollars? I wonder if that's what their plan is. That would be, like, even slightly more agitating than them just playing hardcore. I would probably be slightly more agitated about that. To me, like, as a longtime WoW player, like, it's hard for me to watch someone play WoW when they don't have any idea what they're doing. So, like, I don't know, but some people like that. I guess some people like to watch a person play who doesn't really know. They feel like they can help them out. I still need plenty of help. Like, there's still lots I don't know. But when it comes to watching people who are, like, completely unfamiliar with the game, how it works, like, I don't know, I just find it kind of annoying. Why is it called hardcore? Because when you die, you can't res. You have one life. One life to live. Kind of like in real life. Yeah, just like in real life, one day you're gonna get stabbed. And that's gonna be it. You're not gonna expect it when it happens. Or you'll fall off a ship and drown in the middle of the ocean. It's like the same kind of stuff that can happen to you in real life will happen to you in hardcore. Co-Carnage is a big Twitch streamer. He does variety games for the most part, and he pushes all this stuff to his YouTube channel. Yeah, that's all. I just, like, that's the person I know. I don't know a lot of big streamers, but Co is the person who I've watched, and, like, I've watched him play variety stuff, not on stream but on YouTube. You know, he's just someone who typically has, like, 10,000, 20,000 people in chat whenever he streams. So, like, when you got 10,000, 20,000 people in chat whenever you're streaming, I consider that to be, like, a big streamer. I'm in a group with somebody. Is this my group mate here? Herbs. Yes, Herbs is my group mate. I'll let them focus on killing the mercenaries while I wander around aimlessly fighting whatever. And then eventually we'll get the quest done. Intelligence and strength, I don't need that. Yeah, Twitch is a cesspool. Yeah, I don't watch anybody on Twitch. The only reason I know about Ko is because I found him on YouTube. Like years and years ago. When I was just looking for like Let's Plays of variety games. That's why I don't know any of the WoW streamers. I don't know any of the WoW streamers because I don't even have Twitch installed on any device that I own. And the biggest reason is, here's a big miss for Twitch, like I might have watched some Twitch at some point if they had apps for like the TV, for the Roku and stuff, but there's no TV apps for Twitch, so that's where I watch stuff. Like when I turn something on in the background, like while I'm doing chores or while I'm reading, I turn it on my TV. And Twitch doesn't have a TV app, so big miss for them. Neeks, you have Twitch on an Android TV. Oh, that's nifty. I have a regular TV. And I have a Roku. And I have an Xbox Series X. I don't, maybe there's a Twitch app for the Xbox, I'm not sure. You guys have like different TVs. I just have a TV. and then I have to plug something else into that. Like, yeah. I have like a Vizio TV. To me, like it's not worth it anyway. Like I don't know. Like if there would have been a time when I might have turned on Ko during the day. These days I'm too busy during the day and I just don't care. We got a lot of problems going on here. Not the last time I checked, Johnny. No, Roku does not have a Twitch app. Every couple of months I do a search, just out of curiosity. And so far, no. I need one more highwayman. And I need this iron deposit up here. This might be a good place to do some mining. Speaking of mining, 142, yeah, it's really low. We haven't done any engineering in a while either. I feel like I've been slacking off a little bit. That's it. That's all that we needed. I appreciate the group. Have a nice day. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish the run into South Shore, and then we can fly back. We can fly back, assuming that I grabbed the flight point. I'm 75% sure that I did. Which is not, in XCOM I would probably miss that shot. So it's not a really like high percentage. But we'll find out. Yeah, I'm gonna run over to. Oh Jesus! Oh dear Lord! Level 39 Fire Elemental, just exactly what we did not need to aggro. It looks like we're gonna be fine. Yeah, bet starting on whether or not I grabbed the flight point. I probably didn't. I don't have like a distinct memory of it. You'd think I would just have some like inbuilt reflexes after playing the game for 20 years, but unfortunately one of my inbuilt reflexes is to forget to grab flight points. It's supposed to be the other way. Man, I miss the Hillsbrad foothills. It really sucks that the Alliance does not have a lot to do in Hillsbrad. You get a little bit of stuff to do around the coast. Like, we're gonna kill some Murlocs, we're gonna kill some Naga. But I feel like it's kind of like wasted as a zone for the Alliance side. You get to spend a lot of time here on the Horde side. I just don't think it's fair. Watch out for the stealth assassins around South Shore. I think I need them for a quest anyway. I've only seen them appear like one time. And then instead of killing them, like I needed them, but instead of killing them, I panicked and I ran away. I never saw them again after that. They're level 38 to 39. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I guess I won't be fighting them if they are there. Most of the Horde quests are related to killing humans. Yeah, that's why, like, it's a really nice zone. I don't enjoy it on the Horde because all we're doing on the Horde is killing innocent people. But then on the Alliance side, we don't really get to do anything. We kill some Murlocs, which, okay, that's fine. But yeah, so it's a beautiful zone, and it's kind of wasted on the Horde. Because yeah, all you do is you like go kill peasants and farmers. Oh, that's what I love to do. I love for my hero's journey to be me murdering peasants and farmers and blacksmiths. That's awesome. Oh, there's no quest to kill the guards? Oh, okay. So we're killing non-combatants. Great. Yeah, that's a war crime. Like, okay, so all the quests are actual war crimes. Perfect. Alright, moment of truth. Did I grab the fly point?
Greetings.
I did.
Be careful.
So let's go turn this quest in before I forget to turn it in. And then we'll come back and we will work on the Murloc quest. The peasants are planning something nasty? I doubt it. Yeah, you would think the Alliance would get a quest to go kill some orcs. Isn't there like the farm? Well, there's a farm in Arathi that we kill some orcs. But yeah, you'd think the Alliance could have some quests to go kill the Horde. But so often we don't. And a lot of times when you're on the Alliance and you're fighting orcs, like, you're not fighting the Horde. You're just fighting some, like, rando faction of orcs that, like, even the Horde probably doesn't get along with them. It's kind of weird. A purple crater in Arathi Highlands. Are we talking about the Dalaran crater? In Alterac?
Can I help you? Be careful. Have a good one.
Yeah, Dalaran used to be there, and then it got yeeted somewhere else.
Good day to you. See you around.
Yeah, see, Alex, you had no faith in me. Yep. And it makes sense, you know, I don't hold it against you. If I had watched me forget, like, that many flight points, I wouldn't have a lot of faith in me either. Maybe we can do a couple other things too. Maybe we can do the Yetis.
King's honor, friend. Go with honor, friend.
Maybe we can do the mountain lions. Some of them might be like a higher level. I don't really know. I'm not in a big hurry to get back to Stranglethorn. So, yeah.
What can I do for you? Have a good one.
John, it feels like Blizzard loves the Horde, but you can never get into the orcs. Yeah, I don't know, like... In Classic Era, they seem to put a little bit more attention on the Alliance side of things. I don't know what it is. In Classic Era, like, the Horde was a little bit more evil. I feel like as time went on, that changed.
For the Alliance.
But especially, like, early on, like, the Horde get up to a bunch of vile stuff. It's hard to feel like you're having a hero's journey on the Horde side.
What can I do for you?
It's like 1 minute you're a Tauren druid hanging out in Mulgore, the next you're in Hillsbrad being told to go murder peasants. It just doesn't really add up.
Safe travels.
Soothing Turtle Bisque. My quest log is full. Of course it is. Of course it is. Let's go ahead and abandon this one. That's red, and we absolutely don't need it in our log. What else? Am I ever gonna do these back in Duskwood? Probably not. I don't have a group. I looked for a group. No one was grouping. So we'll drop that one, and we will drop this one as well for the time being. There we go.
How are you? See you later.
Alright, yeah, let's go do the Tide Hunters and the Oracles first. It's a level 30 quest, and then we'll work on Soothing Turtle Bisque. I don't really know what's happening to most of these guys. It seems like kind of a shit show. I'm gonna grab this one. My bags are not okay, Johnny. I got 11 free spaces in my bags. They're not okay, but you know, when are they ever okay? It would be cool to have like a silencing shop. Why do people do this? This guy's in my group, and so like he's like, I'm in a group, I should play like an idiot. Like, don't play like an idiot when you get into somebody's group. Keep yourself alive. Like, I don't want to fight what you're fighting. I want us to go in slightly different directions and pull more stuff. Like, I don't want to double up on what somebody else is fighting. I want you to go this way, I want to go this way, and we fight our own stuff, and the number of the objectives keeps going up. Like, I don't want to have to watch your back. I don't want to. I can't heal you, so I don't want to have to ever worry about your HP. Like, that's. I want a self-sufficient group member who's not going to run off and get themselves killed. Like, that would be ideal. This is why I don't group. Clint, it's been a long time, man. Yeah, Oh, I've been busy? Yeah, I've gotten lots of characters killed. Welcome back, man. It's good to see you. Fair warning, I've been having kind of a dour attitude today, so it's just a really off Tuesday. But it's good to see you. Work's been busy, yeah. Work equals greater than World of Warcraft, so I completely understand. Hopefully you'll be able to get down on the Season of Discovery in, what, 10 days? Yeah, we got 9 days. 9 days until Sod. Yeah, I'm gonna go solo here. My guy's like halfway across the map. I really don't want to worry about him getting killed. These guys are over here pulling absolutely everything. So, that's always fun. A world of work, yeah, i.e. real life, yeah. For most people, just real life. World of Warcraft. My thoughts on Season of Discovery? I'm like super excited about it. It's probably the most excited I've been for WoW since Classic was announced back in like 2019. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, exactly. Maybe it's not the Classic Plus that people would have asked for, but I think it's the Classic Plus that we deserve. And I think it's going to be amazing. I'm really excited for it. I'm looking forward to the first few weeks when like everything is new to everybody. Did you guys see that? I saw a thing that Questie, the developers of the Questie add-on, they said that they're not going to be adding secrets to Questie until the level brackets change. So you're not going to be able to see the 1 to 25 discoveries in Questie until the next bracket opens up. But they are going to add them because, like, of course they are. Like, nobody wants to have to actually look for shit because people are fundamentally lazy. So like, like we're gonna get to have it like, you know, right away. Like people who play like day one, you play through the first phase, it's all gonna be new. After that, it's all gonna be tracked in Questie, which is kind of horse shit. It makes me wish I played a game that didn't allow add-ons when I think about stuff like that. But yeah, at least they've said that they're not gonna add it right away. So like day one, minute one, Questie is not gonna help people find secrets and discoveries, and that's nice of them, I guess, as a half measure. Oh good, we pulled a bunch of shit. Grab him, please. Or don't grab him, that's fine too. There's the taunt. Is he on us? He is on us. Let's do this. I'm sure you'll be able to turn it on and off, like, that's not the problem. The problem is, like, in all reality, like, once the data is there, it's like, yeah, you can ignore it, like, just like I can turn Questie off right now. Am I gonna do that? No, I'm not. I'm not gonna turn Questie off right now. And so, yeah, like, enjoy your first character, that's what I'll say to people. Really enjoy the sense of newness and the sense of discovery that comes when you're playing your first character in SOD. Because by the time you're leveling up your second character in SOD, you're probably going to have Questie on, and Questie is probably going to be leading you to all the discoveries. Like, that's just what's going to happen. It's just how people are going to play. And they're not wrong to, it's like our brains are designed to like take advantage of tools and take advantage of advantages. And so if a tool exists that can make it easier, like people are going to use it. So yeah, enjoy your first character a lot. It's going to be cool to like have everything be new, to be discovering things together like for the first time. Like in a setting we're familiar with, but like finding stuff that's never existed before. Like that's going to be really fun. Enjoy it the first time. Because it's not going to stay that way. The retail expansion, like, I've kind of come to the point where I've shelved most of my opinions about the retail expansion. I'm no longer having an opinion about it. What I will say is, like, the BlizzCon announcement for it and how they talked about the new expansion was really, really boring, really, really disengaging. And I hope that in the future they look at their BlizzCon announcements, and I hope they find a more honest, more, like, heartfelt way to show off new content. Because handling it like a corporate meeting with a PowerPoint slide and some lady using a bunch of big words for 20 minutes, that was not the way to do it. And for me, it drained, like, any excitement that I could have felt in that moment for the retail expansion was sucked away by the shitty presentation and the pedantic droning on of librarian lady. And everyone else, you know, no one else really felt like they had a lot of energy. Morgan Day, like, when he talked, he felt, like, sincere about stuff, but he got to talk about systems, and systems were, like, the boring part for me. So, but I don't have an opinion about the content. The cinematic was cool. I like the Anduin Thrall cinematic with the sword in the background. But, yeah, I don't have any big thoughts about the content. The content right now is non-existent. I would have loved to see somebody, like, running a character around through the new zones and, like, talking about things organically as they encountered them. Maybe even, like, playing an Earthen, playing the new race and kind of just, like, checking out the hero talents. Like, I wish we could have, like, been showing some content in a more organic way. Would have been a lot more exciting than some PowerPoint slides. Like every expansion that comes out, that has come out, I will probably play it. Like, I'll level a character up through it, and we'll see. You know. What I will say is that the story and the writing can't get any worse than how it is in Dragonflight right now. Like, the presentation of the story, like, the story can't get any more lame than it is currently. So, like, whatever they do with War Within, it's probably going to be more exciting than Dragonflight, because Dragonflight has not been exciting. It's been just one boring monologue, dialogue scene after another, and when it's not that, it just resembles a really bad cartoon. So, like, whatever they do with War Within, it's probably going to be better, so I will definitely check it out and see. Don't jinx it. It can't possibly get more childish. Like, I don't even know what they could do to make it more childish. They can put the fucking Paw Patrol in it. Like, I don't know what else they could do, you know? Yeah, I hope they're taking it as an opportunity to flesh out a big story and not to rush through a bunch of story points. So I hope they do have an actual big engaging story to tell in 3 parts, and that they're not just gonna slap stuff together and rush through stuff, like, individually in 3 different expansions. Don't badmouth Paw Patrol, right? No, Paw Patrol probably has some better writing and some better scenes than what we've seen at the tail end of Dragonflight. Like, the bad thing about Dragonflight is, like, it feels like gameplay wise, like, gameplay is fine. I feel, you know, I'm leveling up the druid seems fun. I'm having a good time leveling up the character, learning the class. So it seems like in Dragonflight, like, systems and stuff are okay, but, like, the writing and the storytelling have reached, like, what appears to be an all-time low, judging by, like, the newest cinematic that was put out. It's just like an all-time low of just, like, boring, lame storytelling. Like, stuff that even a good Saturday morning cartoon would be ashamed of. Oh no, they'll never move. The M plus and, like, rating will probably always be how it is. Yeah, they won't. Nothing's gonna fundamentally change, I don't think. about how like retail WoW handles its endgame. I think they've got like their treadmills in place, they've got their loops in place, and I think they're just gonna like continuing on. You know, they make the endgame for the 5% of people who play it, and they're gonna keep making it that way. You know, they're trying to add stuff for solo players in the new, like I saw the delves, like, oh, delves, yay. It's gonna be like every other solo thing they put in the game, like it's gonna be hit or miss, you know? Like some people are gonna like it, some people are gonna hate it. Ultimately, if you're a solo player, you'll have to do it to get gear.
See you around.
Whether or not it'll be any good, who knows. But yeah, Mythic Plus and Rating are gonna feel exactly the same. I just hope that narratively it gets into a better direction. I hope that I can like play through the expansion. I hope that I can get excited every time new story content's being added. I want to feel like a reason to come back. Like, when new story content gets added, I want to feel like, oh yes, I have to log in and be there for that. I want to see the continuation of the story. And in Dragonflight, like, nothing in Dragonflight made me feel that way. I finished the main campaign and, like, I tried to go back a couple of times, but there was never any, like, compelling things about the story or the narrative that made me want to go back and see the narrative play out. I just didn't care. Even when I tried to care, I couldn't care. Yeah, I mean, M Plus is kind of designed for burnout. It's really designed for people that just have a shit ton of time to just to play, and they don't mind. But like, it's kind of designed to burn people out. Do I like transmog and mount collecting? No, not really. That's one of the reasons why I'm not like a big retail player, because retail is really good for people who like to collect stuff, and that's one of like the draws of retail is like if you like to collect appearances and you like to collect mounts, then retail is the place to be. If you want to play an RPG, well, then you probably want to look elsewhere for the most part. I'm not going to start talking shit about retail though. Like, what I've been enjoying about retail, I've been enjoying learning the Balance Druid. I'm gonna continue to enjoy learning specs and learning classes, in the hopes that one day there will be new content that I want to take a character through. In the hopes that one day there will be a journey that I want to take one of my 15 characters on. That's kind of my plan for retail. Is I want to keep leveling up classes and learning them. I want to see like different parts of the game that I haven't really seen. You know, like doing Mist of Pandaria, maybe doing some Warlords of Draenor, going back into Legion. Like, I want to do those things, and just like I want to enjoy the classes and enjoy what there is to enjoy about the game. And right now, that's not the story or the writing or the narrative or the lore or any of that stuff. But maybe one day it will be. You know, maybe one day it will be those things too. Thanks, Johnny. I appreciate it. I don't know what I need today. I probably need something. I don't know. I'm fine. This is fine. This is default for me. Like, I'm fine. This is my default state. Yeah, it's funny because the one thing, like, retail kind of plays off of FOMO, but, like, the retail FOMO doesn't work on me. I'm not really sure, like, what is supposed to work with the retail FOMO. I don't get it. I definitely don't fear missing out on the story or anything. Yeah, I don't feel any FOMO for retail. That's probably why I'm able to like enjoy it at all in the way that I do. Now my inventory is full of clams. It happens to the best of us, but it happens to me more often than most. Retail is fun if you like to dress up. Yeah, I mean, I do like the idea of like having gear that I like the look of and putting my character into it. Like, for instance, like what we're wearing now looks like garbage. I'd love to make us look a little bit better. So like, I like the idea of transmog. I just don't go out of my way to collect stuff. I like getting the things that I get naturally. And then like, you know, if I'm at the transmogrifier, I'll kind of look through and I'll see like, what do I have that I like? The problem with like a transmog, especially with leveling, is like you're replacing your pieces so often. There needs to be like a permanent transmog that just goes over that slot. Like I need to say, make my headpiece look like this. And then regardless of what effing headpiece I put on, it just looks how I want it to look. I don't want to have to go back to the transmogrifier every single time I get a new piece of gear. That's an incredibly stupid way to do that. Just have it transmogrify the slot, so that no matter what you put there, it keeps the appearance you picked. I don't want to go back to town. No, I don't own one of the mounts that has the transmogrifier on it. No, I don't want to buy one. I just want to transmogrify a slot and have it stay that way until I change it. That's my biggest beef with transmog, is like, it'd be great. It's useless while leveling up. It's useless, and if you're doing like any kind of progression where you're getting new gear, it's useless for that too, because then you got to go back to town, pull out your mount, whatever. You know, it's stupid. It should go over the slot, not onto the piece of gear. It's a great idea. It is a great idea, and that's why they're never going to do it that way. It's a great idea, and so they're never going to do it that way, because I guess then it wouldn't be a gold sink, like, because it costs gold to transmogrify, like, so you wouldn't be burning as much small amounts of gold? Like, who cares? Who cares? The people who have lots of gold have bought their gold, and the people who don't have gold don't care. So why do you want me to go back and spend more money every time I need to transmog something? Use the in-game suggestion feature? You mean the trash bin? You mean submit my feedback directly into the trash where no human being will ever read it? That sounds like a marvelous idea. I'll have ChatGPT type me something up. And then it will be one AI submitting feedback to a stupider AI. Transmog cost is a basic way of draining gold out of the economy. I would argue that the amount of gold that transmog cost is so infinitesimal that it does nothing to drain gold out of the economy. I would also argue that creating artificial bullshit ways of draining gold out of the economy in lieu of actual like good features in the game is horseshit. So, yeah, those are my arguments. Daniel, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. And mounts I don't care about at all. Like, transmog is great. Like, you can make your character look really cool. You can make him look like a badass. You can make him look sexy. All that stuff is awesome. Like, mounts, I don't give a shit about mounts. To me, like, the cooler the mount looks, the more it breaks immersion. That's kind of how I feel about mounts. Like, the more amazing and badass your mount looks, the more it just, like, stands out. It's like an eyesore. It's like seeing people ride around on the Diablo mount. Like, it just is an eyesore to me. I don't like it. I like mounts that just look normal, that look like they kind of belong in the world as mounts. I don't want to ride around on a mini Ragnaros. I don't want to ride around on something out of Diablo. It's immersion breaking to me. It's gaudy. You know what I mean? It's just, a lot of them are gaudy. That's how I feel about mounts. Like, when I go to pick a mount, like, out of my limited mount book, I try to pick something that looks normal. I'm always going to pick something that looks normal. I'm never going to pick the shiny, giant, fiery, three-headed, six-tailed, stupid-looking thing. I don't care how long the artist spent on it. I'm not going to ride around on the tree that changes with the seasons. Like, I find that stuff obnoxious. But I understand, like, some people, that's all they like to do. Some people like to collect hundreds of mounts. And so for the people that want to collect hundreds of mounts, they have to make hundreds of mounts. And because of that, some of them are eyesores. What about the Goblin Motorcycle? Worst mount in the game. Yeah, that's just how I am. Like, and it's fine. If you like mounts, that's fine. I like it when a mount fits my character. Like, when there's a mount that, like, fits the character, that's my favorite kind of mount. And that doesn't mean, like, default mounts. There are probably some good, like, additional mounts that got added that are really cool. But to me, it's all about, does it fit the character, does it match the character and the world? And when I'm running around on a Diablo mount, like, it doesn't fit the character, and it doesn't fit the world. I'm sure there are some mounts that are really awesome, that, like, for specific races or classes. And I probably don't know about them at all. But the majority of what I see, like when I'm in Veldraken, which is like hardly ever, I just see people riding around on crazy mounts. And the worst part is, like, no matter how crazy your mount is, like, everybody has one. Everybody has a crazy mount. So, like, it's not like you are the one guy with the eyesore mount that, like, you stand out. Like, you have an eyesore mount, and he has an eyesore mount, and his mount is awful to look at. Like, so you're not even, like, you don't even stand out. There's not even any uniqueness, because everybody's got them. Flying carpets are cool. Yeah, like, a flying carpet for a caster is really cool. The flying disc, like, a flying disc would be cool for, like, a mage. Yeah, there are probably some cool mounts out there that could be really iconic for certain classes or certain races. But there are, like, 10 times as many garbage mounts that just don't really fit. Is it true that I have not gotten a single piece of turtle meat? Oh my god, what have I been doing? Have I killed any turtles? Yeah, exactly, Daniel. I'd rather see, like, a really well done, like, normal-ish looking mount than something, like, totally off the wall. Just to make it, like, high resolution, make it really, really well detailed, just like a really, really nice, like, normal looking mount, and I'll be happy. The drop rate's low. Apparently it's, like, non-existent. I'm really surprised I don't have a single one. I bet you can buy turtle meat off the auction house. I bet it's there. It's probably expensive, but it has to be there. I turned into Oprah for a minute. I do that every once in a while. Yeah, it's a chronic condition that I have. It's Oprah encephalitis. It's recurring, and you never fully get rid of it. The turtles can also be good tank pets. I heard they have, like, some kind of shield barrier they can put up. And that sounded kind of cool. After the last time I changed pets and I realized that we had to, like, farm back our talent points for them, and we had to farm up our loyalty levels, like, it kind of made me never want to change pets again. Which isn't really, it's not really a good system for a pet class. You'd think, like, you'd be encouraged to, like, try different pets and see how they work. I guess if I wanted to try different pets, I'd have to level up a hunter in retail. That's the obvious solution. Can mechanomes be hunters? It'd be cool to have a mechanome hunter with those Voltron cats. Remember the Voltron cats from, was it BFA that put the Voltron cats in? It'd be cool to have a mechanome hunter with a Voltron cat pet. Dumbest race ever. I mean, that notwithstanding that, it'd still be cool to have a Voltron cat pet. Not a big fan of the mechanomes, huh, Johnny? No, the Vulpera are the dumbest race ever. Because the Vulpera were completely made up, and they're stupid. At least the mechanomes kind of have a place in the lore. Mecha Vulpera, I could see it, yeah. You should be able to get like mecha anything, you know, there should be a mechanical option for like most of the races. Like maybe not like all out, but maybe you can have like a mechanical arm or leg. I feel like anybody should be able to have a mechanical prosthesis. That'd be a cool like just a generic character customization option for any race. To have like mechanical arms or mechanical legs or like a mechanical eye socket. That'd be pretty neat. Exactly, Lael. Not only does it have a terrible drop rate and a terrible respawn rate, but everybody's doing it. And like, yeah, we need hyperspawn turtles. Like, why can't we get hyperspawn turtles? Usually I do this quest, and like it takes some time, but usually we do it, like, no problem, we get it done. I don't know if that's gonna happen today or not. I just don't know. We also have Naga we can go kill. If this gets like super tedious, then we'll go kill Naga. Dade, I'm doing okay today. How are you? You seem very excited, so I'm assuming you're doing well. Johnny says, don't ask. So rude. Don't even ask him. Guy's an asshole. He's in a bad mood and he's an asshole. Don't even talk to him. He's talking bad about retail all day. I will level up before getting any meat. Oh god. Probably. Yeah, you know, and I would be fine to grind. I wish some of the enemies on either side of the river were a bit of a higher level, because I wouldn't mind just being out here killing stuff if there was stuff to kill. But there's nothing to kill. I can't even fight anything. We're just running. It's a running simulator now, and I hate running in circles, and I hate running back and forth. It's like my pet peeve. I really just need to be pressing my buttons and fighting stuff. So maybe we'll do one more circuit, and then I'm gonna have to go over to like the Naga, and we'll have to fight Naga for a bit. My words, Johnny, not yours. Yeah, I know. I'm saving all my happiness and excitement and good vibes for the season of Discovery. That guy just had no loot at all. Just zero loot. I feel like the quest is bugged out. I'm pretty close to just believing that the drop rate's bugged out. Remember how we were never able to get the gold schedule that one time? I feel like this quest is bugged. I blame Blizzard for this. The time I almost killed you. Yes, that time I almost got you killed by watching somebody else almost get killed. Yes. And then there was another time too. I mean, there's been 3 times now, 3 different times I feel like I've gone to get the gold schedule and I've not been able to get it to drop. Yeah. I think on this character we tried to get it to drop and it never dropped. I think the item has been like deleted from the game. Turtle meat? What turtle meat? The turtles don't drop meat. If I remember, I will check the auction house for turtle meat. I'm really curious, like, if somebody puts it on the auction house, like, how much money are they selling turtle meat for? It's probably like a gold a piece. I did not see that this guy was being attacked. He's being attacked by somebody who is underwater. Fun times. So we can assume that everything this way has already been killed. But I will make the run anyway. Oh look, he left one behind. Maybe we're getting into some respawns. Maybe there's hope after all. I knew I should have tagged this one. I was thinking, I bet I saw this other person coming and I was thinking, I better tag that other turtle. Nope, somebody else beat you to it. Who would be buying the turtle meat? Only people doing this quest. Only people trying to get this done. Or if you were, it's for a cooking recipe too, like you get the soothing turtle bisque cooking recipe, and that requires turtle meat. So there is a potential. Ooh, iron. Eventually we're gonna run right into the elite dragon that's back here. It's gonna be one of those scenarios where like we're running so fast that he just phases into the world right in front of us. And that's gonna be the end. What's our engineering at? It's higher than mining. 178 out of 225. And our mining is only at 144. We have to work on it soon, but I have to be in Ironforge to work on it, and I'm never ever in Ironforge. Ironforge is the only place with an engineering trainer that can actually like teach me stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, Johnny, your kids are off the whole week. That's absolutely gross, man. It's gross. I often tell myself when my kid's off, I say like, well, at least I'll be able to sleep in a little bit, but that doesn't ever really work out. And then if I do sleep in a little bit, I just feel guilty about it, so it's like a no-win situation. Yeah, like my son had school Monday and Tuesday, he's off Wednesday. So like at least, well, and, you know, he came home early the other day because he wasn't feeling good. So like, you know, he's gonna be at school for 1 day this week. And then he's gonna be home Thursday, Friday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. It's too many days. Like, kids get bored of shit. And then when kids get bored of things, they take it out on you. Like, you know, there's only so many things you can do at home. And you don't have your friends there. Like, it's just, like, limited. And then once an 8-year-old's bored, they just take it out on you. Usually by means of having just a really bad attitude about everything. Francesca, I appreciate that. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Usually it's pretty chill. It's usually pretty chill. Sometimes it's animated. Yeah, I mean, I only have the one kid, and it's hard to have him at home. Summer breaks, it gets gruesome. Yeah, I mean, when you have your kids at home and you still have to work, like, it's just bad. And like, kids aren't like they were when I was a kid. Like, when I was a kid as an 8-year-old, like, I would be out like running the streets with my friends. I'd be out riding my bike, you know, I would take off in the morning and like, you probably won't see me until lunch. I might come back and grab some food around lunchtime and I'm gonna take off again. You're not gonna see me until the streetlights come on. But, you know, kids don't do that kind of stuff anymore. In fact, they're like pointedly discouraged from doing anything of the sort. So, I mean, we've lived in this house for almost 4 years now, and my kid is finally comfortable like riding his scooter up and down the street. But he still wants me to be there watching him as he rides the scooter up and down the street. And, you know, we lived here for 4 years. We take walks through the neighborhood all the time, so he's like really familiar with the whole neighborhood. He can probably navigate himself home from anywhere. But he doesn't feel comfortable, like, even just riding his scooter up and down the street by himself for an hour. You know, when I was his age, I was riding miles and miles away on my bike. Like, my parents didn't really know where I was at. I had a time I had to check in by, and that was about it. And so summer breaks back then were like much easier for parents, you know, the kids went out of the house and just did their own thing. People suck in the world's a dangerous place. People have always sucked. And I will argue that in a world with cell phones, that the world is less dangerous in that way than it has ever been. In a world where, like, if somebody sees something, they can immediately call for help. I would argue that the world is less dangerous. For the most part. Because I think people have always been shit, and people are the same. Like, the people who are shit have always been shit, you know what I mean? Like, and so, like, you got a cell phone, like, something happens, you dial. And, like, if you're around other people and they see something happen, they're gonna dial. And back in the day, we didn't have cell phones. There was no way, like, something bad happened to you. You had to figure out how to get yourself somewhere safe. Like, you flew off your bike and you got like a broken arm. Well, it's tough. You gotta get back to your friend's house, or you gotta get back home. Like, you can't call for help. There's no way to call for help. So I don't know. People say that a lot. That's what my wife says. She says, "Oh, the world's more dangerous." I'm like, it's not. You hear about the bad shit more. Like, all the bad stuff is put into your face more by social media, by the mainstream media. But when you think about it, with the ability of a kid to have a cell phone, like, how could it get any safer? I don't know. Those are just my thoughts. It doesn't matter, because like you're discouraged from letting your kids out of your sight anymore. So yeah, if you let your kids out of your sight, you're a bad parent. If you're not a helicopter parent these days, you're a bad parent. So who am I to challenge social mores? Yeah, Clint, exactly. I'm surprised that I didn't die as a kid many times. Like, I think about all the stupid stuff I did, like, out in the world when my parents did not even know where I was. At any moment, I could have had, like, something really bad happen to me, and there would have been, like, no recovering. Like, they would never find me. It'd be days before they'd find me. Like, but nothing ever happened. Like, I lived, you know? I went out into the world as a kid. I spent my entire childhood riding my bike miles and miles away from home, hanging out with my friends. Like, sometimes with friends, sometimes on my own. And I survived. To the ripe old age of 40 somehow. But we're supposed to believe now that if we let our kids out of our sight, like, they're immediately going to be abducted. Like, okay. I don't believe it. But it's a good way to justify helicopter parenting. Look, we got one piece of meat! Yes! Okay, we're done with this. Yeah, you've got GPS tracking, you've got all kinds of ways to, like, be safe. But, like, kids don't want to go out into the world anyway. Like, they don't want to go out into the world, they don't want to go ride their bikes. You know, they want to be on their games or on a cell phone, or they want to watch stuff on YouTube. Like, you know, there's no YouTube on your bike, so why leave the house? BB gun wars, yeah, Johnny, I remember BB gun wars. We'd wear goggles, like work goggles, and we'd grab trash can lids, and the rule was one pump, BBs only, no pellet guns. Yeah, we did the one pump rule, and we'd shoot each other with BB guns, and nobody even lost an eyeball. Nobody ever, we wore goggles, and we had trash can covers as shields. And that was what we got up to when the parents were at work during the summer. Literal BB gun wars, and I was probably like 9 or 10 at the time. Clint, that's crazy. Somebody called CPS on a neighbor because their kid was riding up and down the street without a helmet. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, and that's what it is, you know. But like, yeah, that's the world we live in. We live in a world that by all rights should be safer than it's ever been because of technology, but we like to treat it like it's the most terrifying thing that's ever existed. And then, you know, when you bring a kid up that way, like, the kid doesn't learn to be independent, the kid doesn't learn any self-reliance. Like, I wonder, like, what is my son going to be like as an adult human when he's a child who does not even go, like, around the block on his own? He doesn't want to go ride his bike through the neighborhood. He doesn't want to scoot up and down the street without me standing on the porch watching him. Like, what becomes of a person like that? We don't know yet. What becomes of how are they ever going to get a driver's license and drive to work? Am I going to have to sit in the back seat of the car with him as he drives to work and then Uber home? Like, I don't understand how a person comes to function when, as a kid, every attempt at, like, self-reliance or independence is curtailed by society. Doesn't really make sense. Me and my son were on a neighborhood walk the other day, and he saw a bike ramp. One of the kids in the neighborhood had a plastic bicycle ramp, and he was like, "What's that?" And I said, "It's a ramp." And he said, "What do you mean?" And I said, "They ride their bikes really fast, and they go up the ramp on their bikes, and they fly." And then he was like terrified and astonished. And I was like, dude, when I was a kid, like, we made ramps. That was all we did. We'd gather up, like, scrap wood and cinder blocks, and we'd make our own ramps. And we'd make them as high as we could and as dangerous as we could. And that was what was fun. Now they sell you, like, plastic ramps. You can get, like, a hard plastic ramp on Amazon, like, with, like, traction for your tires on it and stuff. I was like, no, we just had to make really dangerous ramps. And like almost bite the pavement like every other attempt. But my kid's like, no, that's dumb. He's like, that's dumb. Why would someone do that? I'm like, because it's fun. He's like, it doesn't sound fun. It sounds really scary. I'm like, yeah, I guess it is too scary. Might as well go watch some more YouTube. Yeah, that's another thing, Johnny. Yeah, you've got a couple of good points there. Yes, words are the most painful thing. Right. Yeah, and the problem is, like, they spend a lot of time in school talking to kids about their feelings. But from what I've seen, it doesn't make kids any more able to control their feelings or express themselves. It's almost like the more you talk to kids about their feelings, the more they feel entitled to just like be their feelings without any kind of like control or restraint. They just like, they have all these conversations about emotions, and so they start to become their emotions instead of being people that are having emotions. They just start to act on their emotions. And so, yeah, I feel like the way that they talk to kids about feelings and emotions at schools is like totally whacked. And like not the way it needs to be done. Because it puts too much emphasis on it in a way that makes it seem like just have your emotions. Your emotions are all fine. Have them all. And at any time you can have your emotions, and anybody else around you has to be subjected to it. It's totally okay. It's like, no, unfortunately that's not how the world works. One day you're going to have an asshole boss. He's going to yell in your face because you sliced the tomatoes wrong. And you're not going to be able to have big emotions about it if you want to keep your job. That's the real world that's waiting for you. It is a world where nobody gives a shit about your emotions. They couldn't be bothered to care because there's work that has to get done, and your emotions are going to get in the way of it. And that's what I worry about too. You know, they teach kids all these things, and like I don't really think any of it prepares them for what reality is going to be like for most of them. Some of them are probably going to have like a really entitled life where like all that stuff's going to be okay. But for the majority of kids, they're going to grow up into a world that is like much harder than they ever would have thought, because of all the coddling they get, mainly at school, and by parents too, obviously. We'll see. Yeah, I'm not really looking forward to like. You wouldn't let a boss scream at you over tomatoes, Clint? You've never really needed a job then, man. You've never worked in the food industry, like really needing to keep a job, because I've had bosses yell at me about nothing. I worked in kitchens where I get yelled at. I worked at a car dealership, detailing cars, where I get yelled at for simple mistakes, and like that's just how people were. And like they don't really mean anything by it. That's just how they manage people. They're gonna yell at you. Sometimes in life you're gonna get yelled at. And yeah, when you're sick of getting yelled at, like when I got sick of getting yelled at, I quit. But in the meantime, like when you need that job, like dude's gonna yell at you. Like you just have to live with it. And like that's fucking reality for a lot of people. It's not a nice reality. I wish we can live in a reality where everyone was respectful and everyone could talk to you calmly about the things that you're doing wrong, but that's not the case. You know, and you know, some people never have to work lowbrow jobs like that. But if you're a person who, for whatever reason, you either get a job when you're young, or maybe you don't go to college and you end up with a lowbrow job, you're gonna get yelled at sometimes. It's gonna happen. Like it happened to me plenty of times, and I was a pretty good worker. I didn't mess up things on purpose. I always tried to do my best. But yeah, I got yelled at plenty of times by bosses, and it sucked every time it happened. It sucked. But you just like you fucking stiffen your fucking upper lip and you just deal with it and you move on, or you quit and then you don't have a job till you find another one. It's like, yeah, it's totally your choice. Are we food photographer? Are we talking reality today? Yeah, yeah, we're talking about real stuff today. It's been a Tuesday. One day I'll learn to just like not have a stream when I'm in like an off mood. And then we can just talk about happy WoW stuff all the time. But today is a day where I was kind of in a dour mood and we're talking about kind of like real life stuff, yeah. I don't know. I don't know for how much longer. Until I get completely bored of it, I guess. Yeah, hey, but when you're 18 years old and you got a job that you've had for a while, and you're antisocial and you don't do well talking to people, like you don't feel like you have a lot of options. Keep in mind that people that end up in like lower paying jobs, there are often reasons why they are not super successful. And so the people in those jobs, they don't feel like they have a lot of control over things. And so when you have a boss yelling at you, you do just like suck it up and take it for the most part. If you were the type of person who could clearly assess all of your options and you had lots of choices, lots of things on the table, you would never end up in that kind of job to begin with. But lots of people do, unfortunately. Yeah, absolutely. Every shitty job I ever worked was because I was a shitty person at that point in my life. Like when I was working in kitchens and at the collision shop, when I worked at Blockbuster, it was because I wasn't graduating from college. It was because I wasn't doing the thing that society said I should be doing. So yeah, like every time a boss yelled at me, every time I had a shitty job that I couldn't do without, it's completely my fault. Like obviously, it's definitely not anyone else's fault. Like you end up where you end up because of the choices you make. But it doesn't mean that you won't end up one day with a boss who's going to scream in your face. And it doesn't mean that you just have to keep that job. That happens to so many people. There are 8 billion people on the planet, and there are only so many opportunities. And unfortunately, like a lot of the opportunities you have access to depend on who your parents are. They depend on how much money your family has. They depend on how well connected you and your family are. Like so many things about people's opportunities are oftentimes things that are outside of their control. But then obviously choice is a factor. And obviously like your reaction to stuff changes with age. Like, as a 40-year-old, if somebody yells at me at a job, I fucking quit. You know, and it wouldn't matter what job it was, because, you know, you're a different person. But when you're a younger person and you're entering the workforce, like, prematurely, it's not the same. Not the same at all. And yeah, also, like I was saying, sometimes a boss's management style is to yell at you. Especially if you work in places like kitchens or the automotive industry. Those are not soft places for soft people. That's the difference. It's like that could just be somebody's management style. Like I had bosses that yelled at me, but they were cool with me. They appreciated the work I did, and we were fine on like a personal level, but when I effed something up, they'd come yell at me about it. You know, that was their style of management, and the thing on the table was like, you don't like it, you leave. It's fine. That's just how that person managed. And like, yeah, you don't agree with it, whatever, but it is what it is. Yeah, it's just their style. Yeah, absolutely. Not everybody can be the same. We can't all be like soft corporate bosses. You know, there's a lot of industries out there that are not just like soft corporate places to be. Where like, yeah, at a corporate job, like a boss can't scream in your face because they're going to face like consequences. They're going to have their peers look at them and say, that's not a way to talk to an employee. But if you're working at a car dealership or a collision shop and your boss yells at you, everyone's going to be like, damn, why'd you piss Pat off? What'd you do to make Pat so mad? Like they don't think it's a flaw of the boss. They think it's a flaw with you. You messed up. You pissed off that guy. Why'd you do that? Now he's mad at everybody. It's different sectors, and if you've done most of your work in like a corporate setting or like an academic setting, like one of those softer settings, it's like it doesn't make sense, but that's how it is. Yeah, it's a difference between white collar and blue collar. Exactly, Lael, you've nailed it. We label them like that for a reason, and it's because they are very different. And management styles and the kinds of people that you will encounter in those jobs are very different. Like if you work at a call center and you take a really bad call and you just like totally mess up the solution, your boss is going to sit you down. They're going to have a nice, pleasant conversation about your opportunities to do better. What opportunities do you see with this call? What can we do in the future to make sure that we have a better conclusion for the client? If you mess up a food order or you fuck up while you're like detailing somebody's like $80,000 Dodge Viper, your boss is going to have a very different conversation with you. It's not going to be talking about your opportunities to do better. It's going to be how you done fucked up. And that's the kind of language they're going to use because it's a different type of setting. Oh yeah, at a call center, the person on the phone's going to yell at you. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, at a call center, those are table stakes. Like, you're going to get yelled at, but there's a difference between being yelled at, you know, over the phone and being yelled at in person by a boss. Like, it's a very different feeling. In a corporate setting, you're never going to get yelled at by your boss. And yeah, if you can only ever work corporate jobs, I would say sure. Like, don't ever work in a sector of the economy where like bosses can yell at you if you can avoid it. And like, kudos to those who can. That was not my life. Like, I got my first corporate job when I was 25, working at a call center. Like, every other job I had before that, like, if you messed up, you were gonna get yelled at. It was only like a difference of like, were you just gonna get yelled at or were you gonna get screamed at? Like, that's the only question. My favorite thing at call centers was talking to people that were like really angry and staying totally calm myself. What happens when you do that is like they first get more enraged. They get more and more enraged the calmer you are. And then they apologize to you eventually after you're so calm and they can't keep up their level of anger anymore, they will come all the way around to apologizing to you. I loved it when I get somebody on a call that would yell at me. That was like my favorite time because I had been yelled at to my face so many times that like listening to somebody yell at you over a phone after that is like, it's nothing. And so you just stay super calm and try to be helpful, and eventually they burn themselves out and you'll come all the way around to, oh, I'm so sorry, I was just so upset when I called you. And you're like, it's fine, I know you're an asshole, it's okay. Life was better when you can duke it out. Well, there's something to be said for the fact that like people were oftentimes more polite when they had a fear of getting their head bashed in. Yeah, that's a quote from somebody. Modern man is not polite because there's no longer a fear of having your head bashed in. Yeah, unless like at corporate people are polite. There's different microcosms where people are always polite, and corporate is one of those like microcosms. But they're not being polite to you because they're nice people or they're good people. They're just polite to you because they exist within a structure where acting any other way will have a punishment that they don't want to face. And that's different from being actually polite or actually kind. Do the Murloc heads also have a really low drop rate? I mean, I feel like we've been killing Murlocs for a little bit. I don't have a lot of Murloc heads. They're not always polite, but there's a limit to what can be said and how. You know what I mean? They are, in my book, I've been told a lot of things working in corporate, but I've never really encountered something that was like straightforward rude, because people are not allowed to be straightforward. They're not allowed to be straightforward about negative things. You have to skate around negative things and find like ways to point them out that are not often direct. Oh, we've got lots of problems. Let's leave our pet here to die. He'll be fine. Oh, I'm running. Yep. We were good for a minute, like nothing had aggroed, and then all of a sudden we aggroed the entire camp. Fun times. Anyway, what else? What else? While we're safe. Will I ever focus and like play WoW and talk about WoW today? Probably not. How about that pet? How about that random WoW related thing? Let's feed our pet. Very exciting. Let's make our pet happy. Pet management. Oh boy. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. It's been great. Join me next time for my TED Talks. This will be one of the streams that I unlist because I really don't want to get any of like the after stream YouTube comments about how big of a dick I am and how negative the streams are. This stream will disappear from YouTube right after it ends because I just don't want to deal with it. Yeah, everyone has those days, but not everyone streams. And like, you know, there will probably become a day when I just get smarter about like when I stream and when I don't stream. I like hanging out even when I'm in a shitty mood. I'm masochistic like that. I could have just recorded a couple more episodes of the Druid today and like called that my work day, and like had it been a beautiful day outside I might have done just that, and, like tried to get myself into a different state of mind, but it was a rainy, dreary, cold day, so here I am. One day I'll figure it out. Camping King, what did you miss? Just like nothing, man. You didn't miss anything. Nothing. We have barely talked about WoW all day. It's just been me. It's been like, as the YouTube comments will tell you later, it's just been like old dude complaining about his life. Yeah, you've missed old dude complaining about his life and complaining about society. Basically just a bunch of bitching. Yeah. That's all. Yeah, you've missed a lot, and at the same time, you've missed nothing at all. Yeah, it's the stream about nothing. You missed a really awful turtle meat drop rate. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing going on. It's just a Tuesday on a holiday week. And here we are. We're waiting for Season of Discovery to come out. And in the meantime, we're doing this. I think that when we're streaming Season of Discovery, I might move the hardcore stuff to recorded series so that at least like I kind of want my hardcore character to keep going. What I really don't want is to like hard stop the character like because Season of Discovery is out, because I feel like if I do that I'll never get back to it. So I think what I'm gonna do is when SOD comes out, I'll try to do like daily or every other day uploads for hardcore. So that, like, in some way, shape, or form, it can keep going. Get him! Get all of them! You got it. You got it. I think we're good. A new heart of peace. I appreciate that. Thanks for saying so. Today's stream, I don't know if today's stream is really relaxing or not. You'd have to tell me, but I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, maybe Clint, like a schedule. No, but the thing is, like, if I get really into Season of Discovery, like, that's all I'm gonna want to do. And so, like, it's easy for me to, like, take, like, an hour and say, like, I'm gonna record before I stream. So, like, that's typically what I do with recorded stuff, is I'll either record before I stream or I'll record later in the evening. It's easy to do that, but if it's, like, if I pick a day and I say I'm gonna do hardcore on Tuesdays, what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna be really excited to play Season of Discovery, and I'm gonna do that instead. Think about all the Wednesdays that were supposed to be Wrath Wednesdays that just became like more hardcore once I got caught up in this character. Like, yeah, I don't have the level of professionalism needed to really like stick to a streaming schedule. But it's easy for me to like go record something for an hour and just like put that out instead. Oh yeah, the paladin. We died in a very realistic way. We got stuck to the side of a boat, and then the boat zoned into the Kalimdor zone, and then we fell off the boat immediately, and we got fatigued and died. Yeah, don't stick to the side of a boat and think that you're gonna actually like make the transition, because even though we held onto the boat while the boat was moving, we did not hold on after the zone change. We just fell off of it. It was the best way to loot. Yeah, you should check out the last Paladin VOD. It was an interesting way to die. I clipped into the boat. I was waiting for the boat in Booty Bay, and the boat like hit me. I don't remember if we were doing fishing or what we were doing, but the boat hit me and I got stuck in the side of the boat. Okay, obviously I should have like got out of there right away. But when the boat started to move and we didn't fall out of the boat, I felt like, okay, well, the boat's moving. We're still stuck to the side of the boat. We're going to be fine. As soon as we zoned over into Kalimdor, we came unstuck from the boat, and the boat kept going, and we fell into the water. We almost made it to the island where the warriors go to learn like their berserker stance, but we didn't make it. Hearthstone was on cooldown. Yep, the Hearthstone was on cooldown. We did lay on hands, like we did potion, we did everything we could to stay alive, but we didn't make it. Sean, thanks so much for the membership, man. I appreciate that. Thanks for being here. Did it anger me? I mean, it angered me as much as I can ever get angry at losing a character, which is like, I can't really get that upset. Usually I'm usually just like, you know, obviously it was stupid of me. I reflect about how stupid I am. But listen, I've been stupid my entire life. So when I do stupid stuff, I can't even really get mad about it, because I do stupid stuff so often that I'm just like, I'm inured to it. I don't feel it. If you're like a smart person that usually makes like good choices and you've got a good head on your shoulders and then you fuck up, you probably get really upset about it because you're not used to effing up. But when you're me, you're so used to effing everything up that like you don't even get upset because you're just like, oh, of course. Oh, of course that happened to me. It would. I'm an F up. And I think that's the difference. Yeah, some people get really upset when they lose a character. Like, I don't. Because of course I'm going to lose a character. Of course that would happen to me. I'm an idiot. So yeah, that's kind of how I look at it. Would logging off have reset the fatigue timer? I don't know. Like, if I had Alt F4'd, I bet if I Alt F4'd, the character wouldn't have died. But whenever I logged back in, we would have died then. I probably could have saved the character in the sense that, like, Alt F4'ing probably could have got us out. But I don't think I could have, like, then logged back in and had it reset the timer. That's a nice thought, though. We could test it one day, not on a hardcore character. Nah, it wasn't a bug though. If you lost a character to a bug, I don't know. Like, I can't get upset no matter what. When you create the hardcore character, Blizzard has you agree to the fact that like anything could happen that you could lose your character. Like server could disconnect, a glitch could drop you off a flight point. To me, it's all par for the course. To me, like every hardcore character has one end, and that end is death. So like it's never shocking really for too long when I die. And I just get to go again, you know. I go again and we have a new adventure. And it's fine. The Blizzard Stuck service might have saved me. Yeah, and now I get to tell people about the stupid way in which I died. And so yeah, it becomes a good story. And I think if I was ever gonna really get upset about like losing a character, I don't think I would still be playing hardcore. If I ever felt like true anger, like true lasting anger or anguish or regret, like I never would have been able to keep playing hardcore as long as I have. That's why I often tell people that they'll know how they feel about hardcore after they lose their first couple of characters. Because you're either a person that will lose a couple of characters and you're like, ah, that sucks, but you know, we go again. Or you lose a couple of characters and you punch your monitor out. And so it's like one reaction or the other. You find out pretty quickly, like, if you can go again or if you should just go away, you know. And it's fine. Everybody's different. Have I shown off my talents? Not recently. Not anything super exciting going on. We're just going down the Beast Mastery tree. Once we finish off Ferocity, we're gonna go into Spirit Bond, which will give us a little bit more regeneration for our HP. Typically, like, my first reaction to a character death is, like, laughter. Like, I just find it hilarious that I've managed to get myself killed again. The taco incident. Lap tomatoes. No lap tomatoes today, or lap pickles for that matter. No lap vegetables. Speaking of food, it might be lunchtime soonish. Where are we at? 2 hours in? 2 hours into the stream? Yep. It might be food time soon. Yeah, what wasn't EverQuest like that? Like when you died, somebody can come by and they can loot your character and take all of your gear. I feel like EverQuest was like the first hardcore MMO. You drop everything on the ground. Somebody else comes by and loots you. Brutal. But you do get to res. You res naked, but you still get to res. That would be a cool way to go. Like instead of hardcore being like you can never res, like just hardcore like you die and you lose all of your stuff. Like make it kind of like a Dark Souls mechanic. Like you died, you lost all of your gear, you lost all of your bags, you lost all of your gold, but you're still alive. You can still keep going if you can recover it, you know. Not your gear, but if you can just like emotionally recover and keep going. That'd be a different way to play. Like, you just lose every single thing. It would give you a lot of impetus for storing stuff in the bank.
Hey there.
You'd always want to have like a backup set of gear in the bank.
See you later. Have a good one.
Yay, 34. Excitement and hype and fun times were had here today. Let's see. There we go, last point in Ferocity. Now I can change the title of the stream. Boop. Irfan, where do I live? It's cold outside where I live, but in my office when we have the heat on, it gets warm, and when we have the AC on, it gets cold. So yeah, like it's warm in my office right now, but not because of the temperature outside. It's like 40 degrees outside Fahrenheit. But with the computer running and the office door shut and being in a basement, like when the heat does come on, it just gets warm. What usually happens also is like I work out before I stream. So when I'm sitting down to stream, I'm usually like just cooling down for my workout. When I stand up from this desk and I go upstairs to go eat, or I go upstairs to make coffee, then I'll probably get chilly. And what'll happen is then I'll come back with like a quarter zip on. But yeah, I'm often still cooling down for my workout when I start my stream.
Be careful. Have a good one.
Mike is really interested in lab tomatoes. That's what it is. The most interesting and delicate of vegetables.
Greetings.
The ever-elusive lab tomato.
For the Alliance.
It's not just a fruit, it's a way of life. That day convinced me of why I don't eat with my camera on though, because like the very first thing I did, I just picked up that sandwich off the one end of the plate and the other end of the plate just flipped over into my lap, and I'm like, this is why I don't eat with my camera on. One of the many reasons. But it was a good reason, yeah, to keep doing it that way. Clear the bags? I don't want to clear the bags. I'm fine with my one bag space. Obviously. It would be great content. I don't know about that. I don't know if me, because I spilled the food in my lap, I looked at it, and then I picked it up, and then I ate it. You know, I had to eat the tomato slices and the pickle right away. So I don't know if it would have been great content or not.
I supply only.
I didn't have a big reaction to it. Like even by myself, I didn't have a big reaction to it. I was like, oh, I see. Mike, on our end, you said it 1, 2, 3, 4 times that I can see. It might have been a technology issue.
Can I help you?
Amandus, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Maybe I could do a little bit of smelting. Do you think I could smelt here? I could smelt some iron. And that will clear up like some of our space.
For the Alliance.
What's a lap tomato? A lap tomato is a tomato slice that you have dropped into your lap on accident, but that you eat anyway. That's what a lap tomato. It's just literally what it sounds like. It's a tomato that has graced your lap, that you then still eat. Because, you know, it's your lap. Why not eat it? Ryan, are we going to do a guild for Sod? Yes. And yes. Mark, you can nearly smelt me from there. Blacksmith jokes? Really? Really? Blacksmith jokes? Unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, I hope we're going to have a guild. I'm assuming we're going to, yeah. Yeah, I still need to, like, try to figure out... I should try to figure out, like, at least what race I want to be. What race do I want to be for Sod? I mean, we haven't been a human in a while. I could be a human. I could play another dwarf, and then people could come into the stream and say, "What? Why do you play all these dwarfs? Why do you like dwarf so much? What's wrong with you? You must be deficient in some way." I could be another dwarf just to, like, piss people off. Last SOD poll had 7 answers. People are as active in the Discord as I am. That makes sense. Yeah, they take their cue from me. They say, like, Robert's not active in the Discord. Why would I be active in the Discord? And they're not wrong. Like, I am not, like, a Discord person. Discord reminds me, like, a little bit too much almost of Facebook. And kind of. You know what I mean? Like, I guess I'm just not, like, a big fan of, like, typed out communication. I you know, I'm just not a big fan of it. I don't want to start as a night elf. I mean, you could do a night elf in Sod because, like, you wouldn't have to worry about dying on the wetlands run. So, like, you could do a night elf. Yeah, but it's fairly active for people that Discord regularly. Like, I've never been a Discord user, and I tell myself I'm gonna change, but you know, I haven't changed yet. And like in my life, when I have changed, it's like typically been for the worse. So. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Greetings.
Do I need to vendor anything else? I think I'm okay for now. Engineering, could we do anything with engineering? Potentially. Iron struts, I might need these. So let's make some of these while they're green. Maybe we'll get a couple of skill ups. $19 people, yes. I mean, that's more than enough for a 10-man raid. So we should be good. I was right. It was food time. My wife has crafted for me some kind of sandwich, possibly a BLT, possibly a belt, and I think I'm gonna go eat it. Have I thrown an explosive sheep? I never threw an explosive sheep, and today I vendored them with the dream of keeping my inventory space open. I vendored my explosive sheep. So I apologize to all the people who wanted to see the explosive sheep explode. We will make another one someday, and we will see that happen. What's her level of cooking skill? It's like off the fucking chain. So there's that. I am gonna go eat this, and I'm not gonna eat it at my desk. I'm gonna take a 10-minute break here, and I would advise you guys to hydrate, to eat, to stretch your legs, do all that good stuff. I will put a note here. We'll do AFK for lunch. I'm gonna give myself a few minutes. It's 1:40. Let's say back at around 1:50. Back around 1:50 my time. And if you guys want to hang out, I would love to see you guys then. If not, thank you for being here and have a good rest of your day. Everyone else, I will see you guys on the flip side. Alright, we are back. Thank you guys for hanging out. Let's go try to kill some Naga. Thank you, Amy. Lunch was really good, yeah, and I didn't drop any tomatoes in my lap this time. Will I play Cataclysm Classic? Yeah, I mean, I'll play it. Yep. I don't think I'll stream it. I think I'll mainly be doing like recorded stuff. My plan is to level up a Worgen. I don't know what kind of Worgen yet, but some kind of Worgen. I might stream the 80 to 85 stuff. It depends on how much excitement there is. It depends on like what's going on when it comes out. Like, are we still in the season of Discovery, or has the season wound down? I think they're going to try to time the Cataclysm launch so like the season of Discovery is like winding down, and then they will launch Cataclysm. That would be ideal. And if they do that, then I'll stream 80 to 85 stuff on the Horde side, and I'll do a recorded immersive on the Alliance side. Yeah, I was thinking Worgen Rogue too. I was thinking Worgen Druid at first, but then I thought, like, how dumb would it be to be a Worgen and then spend all my time shapeshifted? Like, how stupid would that be? So then I thought, like, yeah, maybe a Worgen Rogue, maybe a Worgen Hunter. I don't really remember if Worgen can be hunters. I'm assuming they can, but maybe they can't. Yeah, can Worgen be hunters? Justin, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. They can be hunters. Yeah, so I might do that. I might do a Worgen Hunter, maybe a Worgen Rogue, but definitely not a Druid. I almost wouldn't mind doing like a Troll Druid, because I kind of hate how Trolls look anyway. So having a Troll Druid might be okay on like the Horde side of things. Adder0214, hello. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Maybe I'll even do like a body type A troll, because we'll never have to look at it. We'll never have to look at it. I'll go full feral. We'll do like a bear tank. A bear tank sounds kind of cool. Yeah, I think it was one of the Gamma dungeons we were doing last night that I saw a bear tank, and I was like, yeah, bear tanking doesn't seem bad. I kind of like the idea of bear tanking. I kind of like it more than I like the idea of paladin or warrior tanking. I don't know why. We don't need these guys for the quest. So what's the deal with that? Dagger Spine Shore Stalkers. Okay, we don't need the Shore Stalkers. We need Shore Hunters, and we need Sirens. Yeah, we'll be looking at the bear's ass. Yeah, that's true, but I feel like if my goal was to be a tank, then it wouldn't bother me as much. If I had a goal, you know? If I wasn't just leveling the character to level it up without anything like in mind, I feel like bear tanking could be fun. It would be fun because I've never been a bear tank, so I get to learn like something new. Whereas like I've tanked on a warrior, I've tanked on a paladin, I've even tanked on a DK a little bit in Cataclysm, but I've never tanked on a bear. And I feel like once you get into Cataclysm, like the bear forms kind of look okay. They don't look as bad as the vanilla bear forms. Like the troll probably gets some cool looking different forms. I wish they would add more to Classic. That's the one thing I wish they could really add, is like let me have the ability to look like a lot of different kinds of bears or a lot of different kinds of cats. Like give me some more druid transmog. And then I'd be more likely to run a druid if I can change what my bear looks like or what my cat looks like. I think by the time Cataclysm comes, I think like, aren't your fur colors are determined by like your skin and hair colors on your character, aren't they? Is that what determines what color your bear and cat forms are? So yeah, I mean, you could conceivably go to the barber shop like every once in a while and just change what your character looks like. And then that would change what your bear form looked like. That would be cool. It's not like that in Wrath, is it? You can't change how your bear form looks in Wrath, can you? Or can you? There's a glyph that randomly changes fur color? Yeah, Clint, exactly. It would be cooler if you could set them independently, because, like, yeah, you'd be changing your character look around a lot, but if you're only ever going to look at the bear anyway, then maybe it's okay. Not for Wrath, though. By Cataclysm, yes, but by, like, so in Wrath we get a better looking bear form, but it doesn't change based on hair color and stuff. You can have different color forms in Wrath. Okay, okay. Yeah, I have like a level 30 something Tauren druid sitting in like Thousand Needles. I don't remember like when I started playing that character or what I was doing on that character. It must have been part of a recorded series that I just abandoned. Because I'm an awful content creator. It must have been an abandoned run. Because I noticed I have like a level 35 or 34 Tauren druid. At this point, I'm probably just gonna wait for Cataclysm. Then I can do a troll. Oh man, I'm definitely getting sick. I'm hoping that it can be like a little thing that I get over quickly, and just not be some like big awful thing. That would be ideal. I mean, I'm kind of glad that I'm getting sick now, so that like by the time Sod comes out, I should be like fully recovered. That's the dream. But yeah, I'm definitely. I've got something growing in my chest and sinuses. It's bad. And I think I sound a little wheezy too. James is feeling fine, at least he was this morning. Like, he wasn't complaining about his ears anymore, he's on antibiotics now. And he still wanted to go to school today, even when I offered him to not have to go to school today. But it's like, when you want a kid to stay home from school, they're not going to do it. And when you need a kid to be at school, that's going to be the time that they want to be home. Yeah, I was thinking like getting a little head start on the holiday weekend. It's like, yeah, you don't have to go to school tomorrow, and of course he wants to go to school. Because home is boring, you know. When you have YouTube and Netflix and you have, you know, Nintendo Switch, you have an Xbox, like home gets boring really fast. Yeah, he's had a lingering cough that I'm hoping that being on the antibiotics and having that actually be treated properly, maybe like his lingering cough will finally go away. Because he was sick like weeks ago and he just it felt like he kind of just held on to the cough part of it. So maybe that'll clear up. Yeah, it sucks, but honestly, like, we don't go anywhere for the holidays anyway, so we're gonna have our dinner at home, and that's gonna be it. We don't have any traveling planned. We don't have any visitors planned, so yeah. It does suck to be sick, but you know, at least we don't have big travel plans or anything like that. Worst comes to worst, I can just lay in bed. Yeah, we're gonna have a bigger dinner. Like, we're gonna make a turkey this year and all that stuff. But yeah, it's still like really just us. For the most part, just another day. I will still probably stream that day. If I'm in a good mood, I'll stream. I won't stream on Thanksgiving Thursday. If I'm in a bad mood. But if it's a good morning, I'll stream during the morning and maybe while the turkey is cooking for 6 hours. I have a little holiday stream. Another tunic that looks exactly like the tunic we're currently wearing. Perfect. I have to say, like, the leather gear has been a big letdown. We've been locked into this, like, one chess piece for, like, an eternity, and it just is the most boring-looking chess piece. Is there any situation where Feign Death doesn't save you? I'm not sure. I haven't had to really use it yet. I don't... Have I used Feign Death? I think I might have used it one time. If I did, I don't remember. A situation where it might not save you, I don't know. I guess if you did it like with like around a bunch of enemies, maybe if they stepped on top of you, that might break it. I'm not familiar enough with it to really know. It can be resisted. Oh god. Well, there you go. They can just straight up resist it and be like, nope, not falling for that one. Kekar died that way. Straight up resist. Okay, we got CC'd there. That's perfect. Perfect time to get CC'd. Clint says if you sit there for the full 6 minutes, you aren't feigning anymore. You're actually dead. Yikes! Oh god. Oh, we have big problems back here. Little boar, you should probably just stay there, and we will run away really, really quickly. So you're saying if you pretend to be dead long enough, you just are dead. That's a weird mechanic. It's a weird... I can see, like, the effect would fade and the enemies might jump on you, but it's a weird mechanic to say that if you feign death for the whole duration, that you actually die. That's a little bit weird. I've gotten him killed a lot today, yeah. It's okay, his life could be worse. Justin, thanks for stopping by. Sorry that we made you late to your meeting. Good luck. You see, every hunter is wearing the same chest piece. This stupid Tunic of Westfall. I'm gonna upgrade out of this. I'm gonna get rid of this soon. We're gonna go to the auction house and we're gonna find like some kind of chest piece that just makes us feel pretty. Because I'm sick of wearing this thing. I don't even care if it's less stats at this point. At this point, we've been wearing the chest piece so long that I might as well be staring at a bear's ass. Oh yeah, Blood Moon, I'm sure it was changed eventually. Yeah, I'm sure that like a hunter dying on feigned death by letting it run, I'm sure that's only a classic era thing. I'm sure that like probably by Burning Crusade it was probably already taken out of the game. It sounds like way too much of a thing that would only live in classic era. Because it's really stupid. it doesn't even really make sense. You pretend to be dead so long that you're actually dead now. It doesn't even make sense. Because it's funny. Like, look what you did. You thought you could just walk away while feigning death. Now you are dead. It's really funny. It'd be really funny in hardcore. I want to see a reel of hunters who died by staying in feigned death for too long. Is it because you're holding your breath? That's a good point. But, like, the thing about a person holding their breath is, like, you can't kill yourself by holding your breath. If you hold your breath long enough, you will lose consciousness, and then you will continue to breathe. Someone did die in hardcore like that? It can't just be one person. There's gotta have been multiple people who've done it. It's like, if you feign death too long, you should go to sleep. Your character should be asleep. And then the sleep duration should be 8 hours. Unbreakable. If you fall asleep in enemy camp, you are likely dead, yes. Yeah. Because then they would hear you snoring, you know, they would know that you weren't dead anymore. They would just come over and stomp on you, I guess. It looks like most of the turtles are up, so let's give another go up the river here. We'll see if we have any better luck than we had earlier today. Unbelievable. I feel like I'm still holding to the idea that the quest is broken. I feel like the quest is broken. If it's not broken, we just have really, really bad luck today. We've killed a bunch of turtles today. We only have one piece of meat to show for it. You could say that we are the worst hunter in existence. We've hunted for so long and we have so little meat to show for it. That makes us the worst hunter. We should obviously just delete and go again. They're gonna have to do extended maintenance to fix this one, because they're gonna have to go into each mob individually and like drag some meat into each mob individually. That's how the classic team has to fix stuff. That's why we get so many extended maintenance. Because they have to go into the game and manually fix it. They can't even work with the code anymore. I mean, I get that it's a bad drop rate, but this seems heinous. What does Wowhead say about the percentage chance? Because right now, we're rocking like a 0.75%. And I don't feel like that's what the quest is supposed to be set at. There we go, I have to complain about it more. If I complain about it more, it'll start to drop more. And Blizzard is actively making sure that I don't get this item. That's probably what's going on. They are in the stream, and they're actively making sure that I can't loot the item. The turtles and 1,000 needles have a better drop rate? Yeah, you know, if I was a smart WoW player or following an add-on that tells you everything you should do it in the order you should do it in, I would have picked up this quest and then I would have gone out to 1,000 needles, yep. If I was a good WoW player and or a person paying $10 a month to follow an add-on to do everything exactly right. If I was one of those two people, then I would have grabbed this quest first. Absolutely. We killed a bunch of turtles. I'm sure we'd at least have some of the meat. Oh, we're almost out of ammo. I have 209 ammo left. Let's see. I could probably make some ammo. We can just go back to town. Yeah, we're really close to town. We can just go back and buy the better ammo. I'm pretty sure that what we can buy is better than what we can make anyway. Let's see. Crafted solid shots. 8.5. Is it 1 DPS better than the stuff that we can buy? We'll make some of it for now. I'm gonna have to socket it in. There we go. That'll keep us for a while. Yeah, we thought about checking out the auction house, because I'm sure that somebody's selling it. If they're really smart, they're selling it for like quite a markup. Oh, we have 12 gold. After I train level 34, I'm gonna have to get rid of some of that gold, I think. We are approaching like scary amounts of gold in our inventory. Alex, if you have some, you should go sell it on the auction house right away. Sell it for a gold a piece. I bet if you put it up there for a gold a piece, somebody who's had this same experience that I've had today will go buy it, and you could be a rich man. We've got a dwarf priest up here now, competing with us. What a scumbag. The good thing is we're faster than he is. I waved to him. Attacks 3 mobs like a true classic player. Like a true hunter, yeah. I didn't get a single piece of meat for all that work. We're a hunter, we don't need mana. We don't need mana, all we need are bullets. I could probably use a new gun. I could always use a new gun. Is there ever a time when I can't use a new gun? Oh, level 22, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna hit up the auction house soon. Yeah, we're gonna be going back to Ironforge soon. And the good news is I think the Hearthstone is set in the wetlands. Yeah, okay. Yep, we will finish up what we're working on here, and then we will go, we'll train level 34, we're gonna hit up the auction house. I'm gonna get a new chess piece. I'm gonna get something that looks different than this. I don't even care at this point if the stats are worse. I can't look at this chess piece anymore. I'm sick of it. And I need some kind of visual variety. Yeah, Blood Moon, today's been a little bit rough for me. I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling better. As the day goes on, I'm like just getting through it, but it's been physically and emotionally a more negative type of day. And the one probably feeds the other, and then the other probably feeds the one. Yeah, you know, I've only seen the Elite Dragon one time. No, maybe twice now. Maybe I've seen it twice. And one time it was attacking somebody. I'm just kind of hoping we can see it coming from a long ways off. Agent Dad, am I going to have a traditional Thanksgiving dinner with turkey and all? This year we are going to have a turkey. For the last, like, 8 years we have not had a turkey. But my mom's with us this Thanksgiving, so like Amy thought that she would appreciate having a turkey, so now we're having a turkey. For the past like 8 years, we've either had shepherd's pie or we'll do like a chicken pot pie on Thanksgiving because that's what we enjoy the most. But yeah, we're having a turkey. Unfortunately, it's not going to be a turkey shoved inside of an even larger turkey and then cooked inside of a turkey. It's just going to be a normal turkey cooked in an oven, but... Clint, you prefer to do ham? Yeah, I feel like people should just do the thing they like to do. Be like, I don't really care for turkey, it's okay. Like, yeah, like turkey's fine, like I'm not really a huge fan of it. I know people like to have the leftovers and stuff. I feel like turkeys do have that effect of like making me sleepy, and like I don't really appreciate that. And like they say it's because of the protein in the turkey. They're like, oh, there's so much protein in a turkey, that's why you get sleepy, because your body is working to process. I'm like, no. I've had a high protein diet for 20 years, and nothing has made me sleepy the way a effing turkey does. So I believe that it's sprayed with MSG, or that they're putting something else into the turkeys, because it's not just that it's a high protein meat. That is not what makes you sleepy, and I don't like feeling sleepy after I eat. So that's kind of my thing against turkey. Yeah, and I've never got sleepy after eating a ham. I've never got sleepy after doing a 60 grams of protein shake, so it can't be the protein. It's tryptophan. Is that what it is, Clint? People tell me it's the protein. They're like, oh, it's high protein. Your body has to work harder to process it. Tryptophan sounds like a drug. It sounds like something that I don't want in my body. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have tryptophan normally. Like, I don't contain tryptophan. Like, I contain proteins, you know, but I don't contain tryptophan, I don't think. So it sounds like something I don't... It sounds like something you get from, like, a street drug dealer. Hey, man, you got like, a couple tryptophans? I want to get my tripped on. You know what I mean? No one knows what you mean. It's an amino acid in the protein. It's horrible. Look at guild chat. Johnny got the gold schedule. 5th mob, you suck so bad. I'm so angry with you. 5th mob, we've killed hundreds of them before and we've never gotten it. 5th mob. Yeah, so it occurs naturally in turkeys, but our bodies don't produce it. I don't even want it in my body in that case. See, this is just building my case against turkey. Tryptophan. It sounds like something I'd see in like a drug commercial. Side effects may cause coma or death. Like, oh good, coma or death. That's what I like in my side effects. The turkeys are on drugs. Yeah, the turkeys are on the drugs, right. And then we're getting the drugs secondhand through the turkeys. It's a big scam to get us addicted to tryptophan and turkey. Yeah, I'm gonna have a minimal amount of turkey. Just a small amount of turkey. Yeah, because I don't like that feeling. You know what I mean? Like I just want to be awake. I don't want to eat and then feel like I need to go sleep. How big will my turkey be? The biggest? No, I don't know. I'm not handling the turkey. I carried it out of the car. My wife said it was like a 15-pounder. Yeah, big enough. I think she said it was 15 pounds. It felt like it could have been like a 10 or 12 pound turkey. Yeah, it might be a 10 or 12 pound turkey. That's what it felt like. I'm near Terran Mill. Okay, I'm being careful now. Thank you for that. I did not realize. I was very, very close. I need that tin. I kind of need that tin though. I hope I can get the tin. It's a 50-pound turkey, yeah. 732 pounds. My inventory's full. Oh no. Are we practicing our mathematical conversions? Awesome. What temperature do you have to cook the turkey to? I want it in Fahrenheit and Celsius. Ryan, you heard it's a myth? I heard it was tryptophan. I heard it was all the turkeys were out there doing tryptophan. So they got tryptophan in their system when we eat them. And now we're all addicted to tryptophan and turkey. That's what I heard. Yeah, first they got all the turkeys addicted, then they got us addicted to the turkeys. It's a big big scam, yeah. That's why we go into tryptophan coma. Right. You know. Next holiday we'll be eating horses. They'll give the horses ketamine, then we'll eat the horses, and then we'll go into a horse food coma because the horses are all doing ketamine. They're getting you addicted through the food you eat. Yeah, and when I have eaten a lot of turkey, I have felt tired. So like I've actually experienced it. That's why I don't really like turkey. Because yeah, I love the protein, but I have felt that tired. Like, it's not even like a tired, it's like a weird feeling, and it's like, it's unwelcome. It's an unwelcome feeling.
Hey there.
Yeah, it's the kind of feeling that makes me wonder if I should have, like, not walked away from my drink with it, like, uncovered, you know? Like, you come back to your drink and you're like, maybe I should dump this out. Like, that's what the turkey sleep makes me feel like. Like, maybe somebody drugged me. It's not a welcome feeling.
See you later.
These days, I've been eating smaller meals anyway. I don't eat a ton of food when I eat. I'm too old for that. Yeah, these days I'm too old to eat a ton of meat. So like, either way, I'll probably be fine because I'm gonna eat a minimal amount of food at one time. My inventory is just like awful. It's really bad.
Hey there. Have a good one.
I need to get the soothing spices? Soothing spices. Okay, do I have a place to buy that here? Does the butcher have it?
I buy and trade.
Absolutely
for the
not.
Alliance.
People walk around eating turkey legs? That's slovenly. I don't know if I could walk around and eat like a leg of meat.
Hello.
That requires like a special kind of confidence. Do I already have this? Could be learned. Will be learned. I don't know what that means. Will be learned.
Safe travels.
Trade Supplies has it? Was that not? They do have it, okay. I was looking at the fish recipes.
Looking for something specific?
Yeah, I was too caught up looking at the fish recipes, I guess. Let's see. Soothing spice. There we go. Perfect.
See you.
Well met. Be careful.
You need something? See you later. See you around.
Alright, now we're gonna hearth out of here, I think. Reassignment goes back to Stormwind. The Yeti stuff and the Mountain Lion stuff, we'll come back to that later on. Let's get ourselves over to Ironforge. We need to train level 34. I think maybe we should try to do a little bit of engineering, possibly, and then I have to do some shopping. First and foremost, we'll train, and then I have to do shopping. I have to find another chess piece. And then, Alex, you said you might be able to make me a gun. If you could make me a better gun, that'd be awesome. You could just pop that in the mailbox. I'll check prices for guns, but I don't think I'm going to be able to afford... Oh, hello. I'll be in Ironforge. You know where I'll be.
Well met. Farewell.
I'll probably be running back and forth between the engineering trainer and the Great Anvil, because there's no anvils by the engineering trainer, so... That's where I'll be at. I think they would want everybody at Disney to eat the turkey legs to be more sedated. Yeah, they want them, like, calm. Jess, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. I also don't think it's a good idea, though, to walk around while eating a turkey leg. I don't think it's a good idea to walk around while eating most food. It seems not really an activity fit for walking through, like, throngs of people. Like, I'm assuming, like, I've never been to Disney, but I'm assuming sometimes it's, like, kind of busy. I can't imagine trying to, like, navigate walking around people while, like, eating a giant turkey leg. What's worse is I'm sure there are probably people, like, on their phone in one hand, like, turkey leg in another hand, screaming kids behind them being pulled by the wagon that's fastened to their waist, and they're just, like, navigating the crowd like this. And they don't give any Fs about anybody in front of them. I bet there are people like that. That's terrifying. That's my nightmare. My god, Ironforge music, chill out. No wagons allowed at Disney? Oh my god, then you have those kids behind you all screaming at each other, holding onto some kind of tether so you don't lose one of them? Oh god. It sounds like a nightmare. There are many tethered children. Yeah, I can imagine. You have to put them on like little leashes at a place like that. Because otherwise you're going to lose a couple of them. Feed the kid the tryptophan turkey. Can I get that leg with extra tryptophan, please? Yes, thank you so much. No, it's for the little ones.
Here there.
Alright, Serpent Sting 5, Disengage 2, which I don't think I've ever used yet, and Explosive Trap, which I could really care less about. I am not gonna waste the money on this right now. I don't care about it, and you can't make me. Alex, you snuck up on me. I got scared for a minute. Oh man, thank you. Ooh. Do I have inventory space? I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. What are these going to look like? Have we given them a look over? Okay, okay. They are different. I like this one. That's a different look. I appreciate that. That's cool. And then level 36. This is kind of similar to what we've been rocking, but you know, maybe by then it'll look fresh. But yes, thank you. I appreciate that. Let's equip this one now. There we go. Now we look slightly different. This one has a bit more of a deeper like neckline. So there's that. What else? The gun. Another double barrel shotgun. They're really liking the double barrel shotgun for the crafted guns. That's really awesome. Yeah, that's a significant damage. Ooh, you put a scope on it. Awesome. Very thoughtful. And then, did I get everything? 35, level 35 for this, and level 36 for the belt. Alright, so that is good. What about my pet? Does my pet need any training?
How are you?
No, he might never need training again. This is at level 36. So at level 36, we'll want to come back. Yeah, good, good.
Be good.
Let's take a stop by the engineering trainer. I don't think we have anything to learn, but we might as well give it a look just in case. Before we head out to the Great Forge and see if we can do a little bit of crafting. I might also have mats in the bank. Maybe we should check the bank.
Need assistance?
Oh, look at that. We do have stuff to learn. Okay.
You have a great day now.
How do I make steel? Send money to the bank. I will, I think. Yeah, I think I will. We'll see. I'm still gonna do a little bit of perusing on the auction house just for giggles. Just to see, like, what's out there at a higher level. And what kind of pants do I have? Yeah, my pants are really good, so I shouldn't really need anything, but I'm gonna do a little shopping anyway. Can you make a mount with engineering? I don't think you could make the flying mount you could make in TBC. But I don't know if there are any like ground mounts you can make in Classic. I am not sure. That's great. $400 gold. 400 gold for a level 34 chess piece. That is really incredible. Like, that means that people have that kind of money. 8 strength, 14 edge. It's off the Trash and Razorfen Downs. Jeez. Oh my gosh. It's crazy. Absolutely mad. Alright. That is enough of that. You think they're card swiping, Alex? Yeah. Yeah, I think that, like, I think if you have 400 gold, like, you're probably card swiping a little bit. Okay, yeah, I do have some mats, actually. And my bank is, like, pretty much full. I have never used a bow yet. I realize I probably never will. I don't know if I'm gonna need any of this other stuff. Oh, of course, like, my actual inventory is actually full. Okay, good. Good, good, good. What do I have going on here? 1 iron bar. Okay. So we might not have a lot that we can actually do. I need steel for this. I need iron for everything, essentially. Solid stones I don't have any of. If I had some wool, I could do some of this. I don't have any wool. I could buy a stack. And we might be able to get some skill ups that way. I would have to do something with my inventory really quick. Like, you know, sell stuff. There's no vendor in here. I've just invaded somebody's home. Yeah, I just like I walked into somebody's house looking for a vendor. Nobody's home.
Good day to you.
Alright, I can get rid of the old chess piece. I can get rid of the... Nope, nope. I can keep those. I can get rid of the gun. I could probably get rid of some of the fish. Naga scale. And that's basically it. That's really all I can do.
Alright, then.
Yeah, like it's the World of Warcraft, but like people live like they live in Canada, you know. Not only do they leave their doors open, they don't have doors, like to begin with. There just aren't any doors. But somehow it's the World of Warcraft. You'd think like doors would be the first thing they learned how to build. Like just build some doors. It's easy. You don't want all those warlike people coming into your house. But yeah, they never figured it out.
Interest you on a pint?
Okay, so I can take these out. I could take... I think I need the leather for something. I thought I needed leather for one of our skill ups. Let's grab that. Let's go buy a little bit of wool off the auction house. And then we can at least get a couple of skill ups. Canada definitely has doors. Yeah, see, at least they have doors, right? They put doors on. Turtle meat. Let's look for turtle meat. I'm very curious if anybody sells it. They are selling it, and they're selling it for so cheap. If I had known that I can get turtle meat for less than 2 silvers, I would have never killed all those turtles. You can get all the turtle meat. Remember this on your alts. And remember this for the Season of Discovery. Like, don't bother doing that quest. Come to the auction house and buy it. It's really, really cheap. I feel like if all those people got together, they could charge a lot more for it. Less than 2 silver. Holy cow. That's crazy. Yeah, I wish we'd have just come here and done that. Because, like, the problem with the turtles is, like, it's not even good grinding because, like, the respawn rate and the other players. Like, if there were just tons of turtles, like, lined up for days, then it would be okay. Even with the bad drop rate, it'd be a good place to grind. But it's a terrible place to grind. And it has a bad drop rate. It's worth it to come to the auction house. Alright, let's see. I could have got silk, that would have been smart too. I did not go to the mailbox, because I'm a dummy. True, big true. You'd have to convince everybody to sell it for a gold though, like, there's no mailboxes anywhere out here? Oh my god. Are you kidding me? You'd think they'd have a mailbox, like, somewhere in the ring. No, it's like hardcore mailbox. Once you miss the mailbox, you're going all the way back to the bank. Unbelievable. They got a mailbox in the military ward. Why? Yeah, I always forget that they didn't litter all the mailboxes around until much later. I feel like it was even like after they added more after BC. Like, in Wrath, there are mailboxes, like, every 5 feet there's a mailbox. Like, you can't take more than a couple steps without tripping over a mailbox. Let's make the heavy blasting powder first. We need it for the sheep. I feel like I also had more of these in the bank. I bet I left some of these in the bank. I could probably make some. Or not. And my inventory is full once again. What am I gonna have to do here? Tell me nobody here's a vendor. None of you guys are vendors? Here we go. Okay, yeah, turtle meat. Okay, goodbye. Spider meat, goodbye. I don't think I need the bolts at all anymore. I'm gonna sell the bolts. The struts I probably need. The recipe I can't learn yet. Alright, that's all I can do. I have the fish oil I could sell. Sell the old water. Well, the old water is the only water I have right now. I should probably get, like, you know, more up-to-date water eventually. That'd be a good idea.
How are you?
I knew I had more. And still more. Okay. So I'm not using the leather. And that would be all we can do for now. Let's store it all for now. And then we'll come back to it once. We need iron for the most part. I should probably have smelted this. That would have been smart. I need more bank space, ultimately. I should probably sell these. I didn't use them. So I should probably sell them. That would allow me to store some more stuff. Let's go here and here. I should probably get... I don't really need the coarse stone anymore. I should probably sell this. Okay. I could probably sell at least a stack of the sheep. We don't need 2 stacks. Alright. That is probably good. And the iron strut.
Watch your back. Hi.
These are both level 36. One is 8 agility, 8 stam. The other is much better. Oh wait, head and waist. Okay, these are different items. They both look like belts, don't they? Yeah, but one of them is a headpiece. Now it makes sense. I thought it was 2 belts. Let's sell the old weapons. And that is all we can really do. We need the fish. Should I be yeah, you know what? I could probably drop some of the items. Did I drop this quest? I did not drop this quest.
See you soon.
Do I have any old quest items that I don't need? Parts order. The fruit sample? I don't need the fruit sample. That was from like Duskwood. Tyrannus's journal? I don't think I need Tyrannus's journal anymore. Dwarven tinder. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's to destroy the catapults. Okay. Maybe I should do that at some point. Yeah, I should do that soon, I guess. So we'll hang on to that. And I think we need everything else. Yeah, I do see that now. It says what quest it's for. Yeah, like Martek the Exiled, reassignment, and Karzen's parts. Alright, yeah, I think that's it. That's really all that we can do. We have 28 free inventory slots, so yeah, it's not amazing, but I have a couple of ore, but I have no more bank slots, and I could buy another bank slot, but I'm pretty sure it's like 5 gold, isn't it? Because yeah, I'm completely out of spots. I would then have to set myself a bag.
What's on your mind?
It's only 1 gold. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. That's definitely worth it. Okay, and then I think I can, I think I have some bags sitting in the mail that maybe I can even just return them for my bank alt.
Talk to me.
I think I might toss this in here for now, and then whenever we do the quest, I'll come back and grab it. Or I'll forget to grab it, and he'll kill us. There we go, that looks a little bit better. Alright, guys, I'm gonna have to leave it right here for today. I have to be going. I do appreciate you guys being here and hanging out with me today. Thank you all so very much. And, well, today is Tuesday, tomorrow is Wednesday, so we should be on around the same time tomorrow. Thursday, I would like to stream Thursday, but I don't know what time that will be. It might be an earlier stream than usual. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you guys again. As always, take care of yourselves out there in the real world, and take care of each other. And we'll see you back in Azeroth again very soon. Bye for now.